Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Hello, Cheeks. Good night. Good night. How are you doing tonight?
Me?
Yeah, how you doing tonight, Cheeks?
I'm doing well. I'm just trying to save my base.
Save your base. What are you playing?
Factorial.
Ah,
The
okay.
the bugs.
No bugs. And so let us begin tonight. Kesha, Dr. Luke, and Diddy's connection. Live open panel. I don't think we have nobody watching yet but us. But that's okay. So here we go.
Hit the notification. Welcome to The Awakening, Black Women United. I am your host, Sherry Danny. Subscribe, like, share, comment, watch the video until the end, and hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video. In a twist that would make any Hollywood scriptwriter's head spin, P. Diddy, the rap mogul, and Kesha, the pop icon, share a connection that's as intriguing as unexpected. Did P. Diddy sexually batter Kesha or groom her to be raped? The story begins with a starry-eyed Kesha, a raw talent brimming with potential, and P. Diddy, a seasoned player in the music industry who saw the spark in this young artist and decided to fan the flames. In the early days, Kesha was a hopeful singer, trying to navigate her way through the labyrinth of the music industry. The year was 2005, and Kesha was a young, ambitious artist waiting tables in Los Angeles. One fateful night, she found herself at a party thrown by P. Diddy. Unbeknownst to her, this party would prove to be the launchpad for her music career. With the audacity of a dreamer, Kesha handed P. Diddy her demo tape. The rap mogul, intrigued, decided to give it a listen. The rest, as they say, is history. P. Diddy saw something in Kesha, a raw talent that needed to be honed and nurtured. He took her under his wing, setting the stage for her rise to stardom. For those who may not remember Kesha or know who she is, here are the lyrics to her most famous song, Tick Tock. Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Hey, what's up, girl? P. Diddy says that as he makes a cameo in the song, grab my glasses. I'm out the door. I'm gonna hit the city. Let's go. Before I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack. 'Cause when I leave for the night, I ain't coming back. I'm talking pedicure on our toes. Trying on all our clothes. Was Kesha's debut single, written by Kesha, Benny Blanco, and Dr. Luke, the latter two doubling as the song's producers. Kesha had previously found success as the hook singer on Flo Rida's Right Round, but this 2009 party anthem made her a star in her own right. The song follows a group of friends through their night out, from getting ready and arriving at the party to swatting away unwelcome guys and dancing till the cops show up. Tick Tock might seem like just another oral glitter bomb, but underneath the beat-heavy electropop is a message about being confident and showing no shame in having fun. It turned out to be a message that hit a lot of listeners. The song spent 38 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100. Fast forward to 2010, Kesha was a household name. Her debut single, Tick Tock, was a runaway success, topping charts worldwide. Yet, beneath the glitter and glamour, a storm was brewing. In 2014, Kesha shocked the world with an accusation that sent ripples through the music industry. She alleged that Dr. Luke, a high-ranking executive at her record label, had sexually assaulted her. The controversy that ensued was like a wildfire, engulfing everyone connected to Kesha, including P. Diddy. The allegations led to a drawn-out legal battle, a grim spectacle that cast a long shadow over Kesha's career. The controversy also put P. Diddy in a difficult position, as he had played a pivotal role in Kesha's rise to fame. This story, which began with the promise of a bright future, took a dark turn, exposing the underbelly of the music industry. It serves as a reminder that fame and fortune often come at a hefty price, a price that Kesha paid in full. The implications of this story are profound. It sheds light on the predatory behavior that is often swept under the rug in the music industry. It also underscores the importance of speaking out against such behavior, a lesson that Kesha has taught us with courage and conviction. In the end, The tale of Kesha and P. Diddy serves as a cautionary tale for young artists navigating the treacherous waters of the music industry. It's a reminder that while fame and fortune may be alluring, they often come with hidden costs. It's a story of ambition, success, controversy, and ultimately, resilience. This has been A Star's Struggle, Kesha's story. Kesha rose to fame with her catchy tunes and vibrant personality. Behind the glitter and glam, a darker story brewed. For years, Kesha alleged abuse at the hands of her producer, Dr. Luke. Her story, a tangled web of legal battles and emotional turmoil, reflects a disturbing pattern in the music industry. This is Kesha's fight for freedom. Kesha's story is not unique. It highlights the power dynamics that often trap young artists. It exposes the dark side of an industry built on fame and fortune. And it ignites a conversation about justice, accountability, and the urgent need for change. The lawsuit Kesha's allegations against Dr. Luke. Dr. Luke has known affiliations with the now infamous Sean P. Diddy Combs. Combs introduced Kesha to Dr. Luke after meeting Kesha at his party where he listened to her demo tape. As the video proceeds, you will hear Kesha say that some of her alleged rapings by Dr. Luke, she only has partially memories because she alleged that she was drugged. Sound familiar? Isn't Diddy alleged to have drugged his guest? Did Dr. Luke learn this technique from Diddy? In 2014, Kesha took a bold step. She filed a lawsuit against Dr. Luke. The lawsuit sent shockwaves through the music world. Kesha alleged sexual assault, battery, and emotional abuse by the renowned producer. She claimed that the abuse started when she was just 18 years old, a young talent entering a cutthroat industry. Kesha's bravery in coming forward inspired many, but her battle was far from over. Dr. Luke vehemently denied all allegations, setting the stage for a long and arduous legal fight. Dr. Luke fights back countersuit and defamation claims. Dr. Luke responded to Kesha's lawsuit with a countersuit. He claimed defamation, alleging that Kesha fabricated the abuse claims to get out of her recording contract. This legal tactic, often used to silence victims, added another layer of complexity to the case. The legal battle became a public spectacle, with both sides engaging in a war of words through media statements and court filings.
Okay, Cheeks, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay. So I wanted to pause right there. Were you paying good attention to the video?
I was.
Okay. So do you know who Dr. Luke is? Do you want to give any background on who is this Dr. Luke?
I just known of him recently. I as long as this case has been going on, I still didn't really know who he was until I kind of became a fan of Doja Cat and I found out that Doja Cat is signed under Dr. Luke.
Right. Now, when did Doja Cat sign to Dr. Luke?
I think somewhere in 2017.
So this is after Kesha makes her allegations. Well
Yeah,
after, right? Okay.
well after.
And what do you think prompted Doja Cat to sign with a man that Kesha says sexually assaulted her?
Because Doja's crazy, she don't care. Unfortunately.
Hmm.
And she wants to make money. She wants to be the next one on top.
I mean, her music has always been weird, and it seems like it's still weird, and she seems weird since signing with Dr. Luke. And why are we calling this man doctor? Does he have a PhD? Does he have a medical degree?
I guess
Probably
he's the
not.
doc I guess he's the doctor of sounds in his little mind.
Oh my goodness, the doctor of sound. That is too funny. So she went and signed with the ops, in other words, Doja Cat.
Yep.
So has Kesha given any kind of response to her
No,
signing with Dr.
no,
Luke? Okay.
not that I know of.
I know a lot of these women seem intoxicated. What do you say?
A lot of them do. And they do crazy stuff that ruins their reputation. And people be like, oh, she's on drugs, or she's the next Lindsay Lohan or Britney Spears.
Right. Like a lot of women, a lot of people are saying that Beyonce is intoxicated constantly.
Constantly, she made a whole song, Drunk in Love.
Oh, that was funny.
I'm drunk in love.
I don't seem loud enough
You seem loud enough to me.
because I'm listening to myself on the playback. No, you're not. Let me see. Okay, yes. Cheeks is singing. Talking about some drunk in love. So much she made drunk in love. Of course she's intoxicated.
Her
That is
songs,
funny.
her songs always seem like she's in a place of delusion.
Okay, so just what is this? Just Minecraft?
Just Animation 18.
Oh, just animation.
I
Okay.
mean, she's a witch. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, a horrible witch. Like I said, she has to feel so stupid. All of this goat's blood and stuff and spells that she did, and they're in this position. So what was the point? I mean, just to get the money. I mean, to rise to the top.
Cause
And,
she's malevolent and she likes being bad. People like being bad until it catches up to them.
right.
It feels good to throw up her big swollen ass hands.
Oh,
It feels good to throw up her big swollen ass hands. Drunk in love, booty cheeks, and her front is Xena.
how do you know her hands are swollen?
Cause I was thinking about it last night when I showed the picture of her wearing the weird Balenciaga outfit and just how fat her hands look.
Okay, her hands look swollen to you.
Yeah.
That could just be high blood pressure.
Or maybe them demons making her hands big.
Celestine,
Yes. But didn't you tell me that was also her mom's name?
I'm confused, but I thought her mother's name was Christina. But
Or
yes,
maybe her mom hops into her body.
I don't know. It's worse than practical magic, okay? I don't know. Okay. It is. It's way worse than practical magic. I have no idea. I just know that I just know that It's bad, okay? Because it's just really bad.
You're lost for words.
Yeah, I have a loss for words. So I'm just gonna go back to the video because this chick is just how are you a witch? How are you a witch? How are you a witch? And you're in this kind of predicament. Your
Well, and
witchcraft sucks. Okay.
witches never been the best monsters in my opinion.
Uh-oh.
Vampires are actually the best monsters.
Vampires.
Yes, because they can live forever. They drink blood and they can gain a whole bunch of wealth. Witches don't know how to cast a magic right. They always doing a spell that they regret and they want to change it and take it back and then it'd be too late.
Yeah. They do cast spells that they regret all the time.
Oh, I didn't mean to give her a big nose, but now she got one and she can't get rid of it.
I didn't mean to give her a big nose. You're a
Yeah.
fool. Okay. You're a fool. You're a fool and a clown. Come on, now she got a big nose. I can't get rid of it. Oh, I made him love me and now he won't go away.
Yep, them type of spells. He's dangerously in love with me. That's another one she made.
Right.
It's all these crazy ass love, drunken love, dangerously in love,
Wait a minute. What you showed last
crazy
night,
love.
crazy like what you showed last night about that Helios and her song Halo.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was too much. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the video.
All right.
But okay, did we give enough background on who the hell Dr. Luke is?
Okay, so Dr. Luke is basically a record record label holder.
Producer like Diddy.
Yeah, he's a producer like Diddy and he's a record label holder.
So
Did you fart?
mm-mm. No, that's me drinking water. Nasty. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the beginning of the video and then because I was just getting warmed up, I'm a little, dragging tonight. So I'm gonna go back to the beginning and then like we can pause it and go through it. Okay?
Yeah, that'll be better.
All right.
Welcome to The Awakening, Black Women United. I am your host, Sherry Danny. Subscribe, like, share, comment, watch the video until the end, and hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video. In a twist that would make any Hollywood scriptwriter's head spin, P. Diddy, the rap mogul, and Kesha, the pop icon, share a connection that's as intriguing as unexpected. Did P. Diddy sexually batter Kesha or groom her to be graped? The story begins with a starry-eyed Kesha, a raw talent brimming with potential, and P. Diddy, a seasoned player in the music industry who saw the spark in this young artist and decided to fan the flames. In the early days, Kesha was a hopeful singer, trying to navigate her way through the labyrinth of the music industry. The year was 2005, and Kesha was a young, ambitious artist waiting tables in Los Angeles. One fateful night, she found herself at a party thrown by P. Diddy. Unbeknownst to her, this party would prove to be the launchpad for her music career. With the audacity of a dreamer, Kesha handed P. Diddy her demo tape. The rap mogul, intrigued, decided to give it a listen. The rest, as they say, is history. P. Diddy saw something in Kesha.
Okay. So Cheeks, what we see that they met at this party. So now we
Mm-hmm.
know how his parties go. Do you think that that's all that took place at this party? So she was waiting tables in LA. Is that all that took place at this party?
No.
So do you think he just groomed her for a SA and assault at a later date? Do you think it happened that night? Do you think he groomed her for what will
I
the
don't
video?
think P. Diddy groomed her. Now, this is the one time P. Diddy actually gets off.
Oh
I don't
wow.
think I don't think he did anything to her.
Okay.
He might have had something planned, but Dr. Luke got in the way of that.
So that you think that P. Diddy helped Kesha because she was just so beautiful and so talented, and he wanted more white girls like on his label and stuff. Because that was the whole point of Danity Kane. You're laughing, cheeks, but that was the whole point of Danity Kane. He
To
wanted a
have some
more. Go ahead.
versatile, yeah, he wanted
Yeah,
some more versatility
yeah.
because rap was taking a hit kind of in the mid to late 2000s because Tupac died, Biggie died, and all the rest of them just kind of got quiet. Like even Snoop Dogg started doing different genres of music.
Well, Suge had cheated him out of his money. He didn't have any money for a long time. Suge cheated Tupac out of his money. He passed away with no money. His mom had to fight to get his money from Suge. So it was rough. It was a rough time. The only people that had money was Suge and Diddy. So that's what I'm saying to you. Do you honestly believe that he just did this for Kesha and she didn't have to give up a pound of flesh? She didn't have to do anything in return, because it seems to me like what I'm getting at is, where did Kesha get this idea that
I think there was a running thing in the entertainment. You got to get close to somebody. You got to go to somebody's party to get recognized. You got to go to one of these big famous stars' parties. And because these people live all wild, you can just creep on in.
right, especially if you're a pretty girl?
Yes, pretty girl privileges.
But my question is, see, as the video goes on, Kesha is going to talk about how she felt pressured, right? This idea or notion of being pressured, that subordinates. That she felt pressured to allow Dr. Luke to touch her inappropriately. This is how it begins before
Because
we get to the assault.
he probably threatened to take her career away. That's the
Okay.
number one threat.
And
You're
so
not going
that's
to be
what I'm saying
famous.
to you is, you don't think that Diddy started this. You don't think that Diddy gave her the impression that she had to allow herself to be groped, fondled, touched, sexually assaulted before, right? Raped before by Diddy before she ever met Dr. Luke, because it's Diddy puts her in contact with Dr. Luke.
I mean, he could have.
He
He
doesn't
could.
actually produce TikTok. Dr. Luke did.
Yes, he could have. But if he did that, she probably would have had him in there too.
Okay. You're saying that
And
she would have had him. Okay.
we would
Hmm.
have been talking about Diddy 10 years ago. This would have been came out.
Okay. I got you. I got you. And so Doja Cat doesn't feel like she's breaking girl code or nothing by being with Dr. Luke, I see.
No, Doja Cat is very I guess what they'll call now unwoken.
Mm.
She doesn't care. I used to
Unawakened. Okay.
on Awaken. She doesn't
Mm.
care about a lot of stuff. So she didn't see any problem. Like I said, I used to listen to Doja Cat's music a little bit, but I really don't mess with her no more.
After I saw her at the last, I think it was the last MTV Award. It may not have been because they just had one, right? But I think it was what earlier this year,
Yeah.
one where Nicki Minaj was at, and afterwards Nicki's husband and Cardi B husband tried to have a little scuffle and whatnot. So it was that
No,
one.
the
No
shop.
what?
No, I think that's a different one. No, that's an old one.
From
Cause the
2023.
Yeah, that's 2023. Cause the latest one is with Chapel Roan's performance and stuff.
Okay, so that's the last one I saw was 2023. And
Yeah.
Doja Cat was acting weird and her performance was weird then. It's just
She
weird.
got she got weird. She wasn't always like that. I wouldn't have liked her if she was like that from the jump.
Oh, please. You like, bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow.
It was
Bitch, I'm a
quirky.
cow.
It was
That's
fun.
so,
It
that's a
was fun.
weird song.
It was funny and it was quirky. But her new music is demonic and it's Beyonce esque. It's a Beyonce like a Souls like.
Yes.
Bitch, I'm a Cow was funny and it was quirky. And Doja Cat used to get a lot of praise because she was quirky. Because most rappers always got to be serious and all this money and stuff that they flaunt around. Well, Doja's dressed up in a cow suit eating a hamburger.
Yeah, money that they're flashing around that they don't really have, that ain't really theirs, and all of that. But okay, so I'm gonna start the video back up.
A raw talent that needed to be honed and nurtured. He took her under his wing, setting the stage for her rise to stardom. For those who may not remember Kesha or know who she is, here are the lyrics to her most famous song, Teak Talk. Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Hey, what's up, girl? P. Diddy says that as he makes a cameo in the song, grab my glasses. I'm out the door. I'm gonna hit the city. Let's go. Before I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack. 'Cause when I leave for the night, I ain't coming back. I'm talking pedicure on our toes, trying on all our clothes. Was Kesha's debut single, written by Kesha, Benny Blanco, and Dr. Luke, the latter two doubling as the song's producers. Kesha had previously found success as the hook singer on Flo Rida's Right Round, but this 2009 party anthem made her a star in her own right. The song follows a group of friends through their night out, from getting ready and arriving at the party to swatting away unwelcome guys and dancing till the cops show up. TikTok might seem like just another oral glitter bomb, but underneath the beat-heavy electropop is a message about being confident and showing no shame in having fun. It turned out to be a message that hit a lot of listeners. The song spent 38 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100. Fast forward to 2010, Kesha was a household name. Her debut single, TikTok, was a runaway success, topping charts worldwide. Yet, beneath the glitter and glamour, a storm was brewing. In 2014, Kesha shocked the world with an accusation that sent ripples through the music industry. She alleged that Dr. Luke, a high-ranking executive at her record label, had sexually assaulted her. The controversy that ensued was like a wildfire, engulfing everyone connected to Kesha, including P. Diddy. The allegations led to a drawn-out legal battle, a grim spectacle that cast a long shadow over Kesha's career. The controversy also put P. Diddy in a difficult position, as he had played a pivotal role in Kesha's rise to fame. This story, which began with the promise of a bright future, took a dark turn, exposing the underbelly of the music industry. It serves as a reminder that fame and fortune often come at a hefty price, a price that Kesha paid in full. The implications of this story are profound. It sheds light on the predatory behavior that is often swept under the rug in the music industry. It also underscores the importance of speaking out against such behavior, a lesson that Kesha has taught us with courage and conviction. In the end, the tale of Kesha and P. Diddy serves as a cautionary tale for young artists navigating the treacherous waters of the music industry. It's a reminder that while fame and fortune may be alluring, they often come with hidden costs. It's a story of ambition, success, controversy, and ultimately, resilience. This has been A Star Struggle, Kesha's story. Kesha rose to fame with her catchy tunes and vibrant personality. Behind the glitter and glam, a darker story brewed. For years, Kesha alleged abuse at the hands of her producer, Dr. Luke. Her story, a tangled web of legal battles and emotional turmoil, reflects a disturbing pattern in the music industry. This is Kesha's fight for freedom. Kesha's story is not unique. It highlights the power dynamics that often trap young artists. It exposes the dark side of an industry built on fame and fortune. And it ignites a conversation about justice, accountability, and the urgent need for change. The lawsuit Kesha's allegations against Dr. Luke. Dr. Luke has known affiliations with the now infamous Sean P. Diddy Combs. Combs introduced Kesha to Dr. Luke after meeting Kesha at his party where he listened to her demo tape. As the video proceeds, you will hear Kesha say that some of her alleged rapings by Dr. Luke, she only has partially memories because she alleged that she was drugged. Sound familiar? Isn't Diddy alleged to have drugged his guest? Did
Cheeks.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so I wanted to pause right there because Kesha says that she only has partial memories. Now, they're trying to attack this young lady who said that she was assaulted by Diddy and Jay-Z when she was 13 and who was also autistic because they're saying she has inconsistencies in her story. But now
They only
Kesha,
remember pieces of things.
right. Kesha too is saying she doesn't have full memories of flow by flow everything that took place. So does that mean that we shouldn't believe victims because they don't remember everything flow by flow? How do you feel about that?
I feel like that's wrong, but here we go again. These big news publications are protected by these big bad people. You can't trust mainstream media. They're not going to get into the nooks and crannies like we do and others people do. We know the effects of these drugs and we know that they really mess up your memory. They're intended to mess up your memory so you cannot remember.
Right. Absolutely.
But it
Hmm.
always comes out no matter how many memory wiping drugs they can try to give you. You're going to know that something isn't right. You're going to realize, hey, I wasn't wearing this shirt before. My shirt was blue. Why am I in a red shirt? What am I
Right.
doing in his bed?
Right.
What am I doing at his house?
Right.
I'm supposed to be at my house.
Right.
So, and then you start like in Blink Twice, she started to realize that something wasn't right. And the biggest thing that was missing was her friend Jess. Jess was missing, but her lighter was still there.
The craziest part in Blink Twice was none of the other women remembered Jess until the one lady said, I have her lighter and it's written Jess is written on this lighter. So, Tisa Tales did a good stream, I think last night, with some case law, going into memory loss when it comes to these, grapings and sexual assault SA cases. That the victim, you can't hold that against the victim. They have suffered PTSD, they've been through a traumatic experience, and in a lot of cases, they have been forced to take some type of drug.
Yes, like the date rape drug.
Right.
Dr. Luke learn this technique from Diddy? In 2014, Kesha took a bold step. She filed a lawsuit against Dr. Luke. The lawsuit sent shockwaves through the music world. Kesha alleged sexual assault, battery, and emotional abuse by the renowned producer. She claimed that the abuse started when she was just 18 years old, a young talent entering a cutthroat industry. Kesha's bravery in coming forward inspired many, but her battle was far from over. Dr. Luke vehemently denied all allegations, setting the stage for a long and arduous legal fight.
But see, you know what, Cheeks? That's what I'm saying. She's saying that she was 18 when this all began. That is very young. Boy, that is just right across the threshold, isn't it?
As always.
Just right across the threshold. Like yesterday, she was 17. Today, she's 18. And still in all, I mean, you can't force someone to have sex with you. But I'm just saying that's very convenient. Not on her part. I'm just saying it's very convenient, Dr. Luke, that she had just crossed over that threshold of 18.
Dr. Luke fights back countersuit and defamation claims. Dr. Luke responded to Kesha's lawsuit with a countersuit. He claimed defamation, alleging that Kesha fabricated the abuse claims to get out of her recording contract. This legal tactic, often used to silence victims, added another layer of complexity to the case. The legal battle became a public spectacle, with both sides engaging in a war of words through media statements and court filings. Dr. Luke's countersuit painted Kesha as a liar, attempting to salvage his reputation and career. The back-and-forth accusations created a cloud of uncertainty.
Do you think that Kesha lied about the essaying and graping to just get out of her contract? Or do you believe Kesha?
No. I believe Kesha. She wouldn't. Why would she leave a place that was making her good money? Unless something had to be really bad and awry to make her leave. I think a lot of artists don't like to bounce record labels because that means that they won't have like ownership of their masters, or like all their stuff is, sprawled all over the place. My analogy may be bad because I'm not in the music industry.
Okay.
From the bits and pieces that I understand, I don't think she would have wanted to leave for that.
I agree with you.
She left because he was hurting her.
Right.
He was giving her that date grape drug. And I am actually looking at the PDF file.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on to that. When we finish the video, we'll bring up the PDF, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Making it difficult to discern the truth. A decade of alleged abuse, Kesha's detailed claims. Kesha's lawsuit contained detailed and disturbing allegations of abuse spanning a decade. She claimed Dr. Luke used his position of power to manipulate and control her, both personally and professionally. She alleged that he made sexual advances, subjected her to verbal abuse, and controlled her career with an iron fist. Kesha's harrowing account painted a picture of a young artist trapped in a toxic and abusive relationship with her producer. Let's go over the timeline. Kesha v. Dr. Luke refers to a series of lawsuits and countersuits between the singer Kesha Rose Siebert, Kesha, and the music producer Lukasz Sebastian Gottwald.
Now, I just want to break in to say this. So just like we're hearing about Kesha, she said that he was controlling, he ruled over her career with an iron fist. Diddy was like that with Cassie. I liked Cassie when she first came out, her little song. And then that was basically it, and you didn't hear from Cassie anymore. The next time you looked up, we saw Cassie on Diddy's arm as his girlfriend. But I heard that she kept trying to put out music and it wasn't going anywhere, and he was fighting her. And so again, that's why I'm against this hypergamy shit. I don't want to hear about hypergamy. Look, money is power. That's the world we live in now. Okay, this is not hunter gatherer. Money is power, and if you ain't got no money, you ain't got no power. And I don't know why these women want to give their power away. When we came from a time where women couldn't work, right? Especially white women could not work outside the house. After World War II or during World War II, that changed because it was the women who was building the planes to carry these bombs. So we had Rosie the Riveter, right? And we remember that. And then you had a lot of women that were nurses in the army, everything. The women kept the economy going while the men were in Europe fighting. White men and black men were in World War II fighting, and white women and black women were furthering the economy in the States. So I don't know why women want to sit up here and get their power away. Money is
because
power.
because it's some false sense of hyper femininity. It's, oh, I'm a worthy woman, I'm this, that, I'm nesting and resting or whatever in my femininity, as they say, and all this whole shit. And plus they don't want to work. They don't.
So are they lazy?
They lazy, and they're all into this traditionalism, which I don't know where the fuck all this shit came from. Because I
If
thought,
they read the Sumerian tablets, what they think is traditional has never existed. There has
exactly.
there has never been a time on the planet Earth, really, going back thousands and hundreds of thousands of years, where men worked and women stayed at home. There was no such thing. There was no such thing. Actually, that's a modern concept. It's not an ancient one. So, I mean, I don't want to go all off on that diatribe, but it is important. That piece is very important. It is the same thing that Dr. Luke is doing to Kesha, that Diddy is doing to Cassie. They are minimizing their ability to earn money because money means I don't need you. Money means I can hire bodyguards. Money means we got big guns to handle you when you try to get violent and try to get out of hand.
Yep.
Money means I don't need you to feed me. I don't need you to pay my rent, my mortgage, buy me a car. I can do all these things myself, or clothes. I can do all of this myself. So what is the first way to starve a woman out? It's just that, starving her out.
So she can come begging and pleading
I'm
for
willing
help.
to do anything. Take these drugs, participate in freakoffs, be you know, trafficked from state to state, gang, people, multiple people having sex with her in one night because she feels trapped. She feels like she has no alternative. And
But
then the
women,
embarrassment sets in. How does
yes,
Kesha go and tell her mom? How does Cassie tell her mom or friends, this is what's happening to me? And you
it's
see,
very
oh my
embarrassing.
Johnson crazy ass, oh my Johnson crazy ass don't want to believe it. Tell me, well, Puffy could have had any woman. Boy, stop. You're supposed to be a whole psychiatrist. This is not about sex. It is about control. It is about dominance.
That's
These are
because them degrees are made up.
girl, girl.
That shit that he got is made up. He didn't do nothing.
6 degrees. I can't tell. But he got sued over that and they said that the stuff was real. So, but he surely doesn't seem educated at all. And I surely don't want him telling me anything about relationships when he's got 2 children by 2 different women. He didn't marry either one of those women. He has not made a family at all. He is no expert to tell us anything.
Exactly. I don't know why people let these type of people like Umar or even Andrew Tate tell them this is what it means to be a fantastic human and you need to do this and that when their life is all fucked up.
Well, Kesha and Cassie's situation is different. But what I was going to say was that women have to stop seeking men's validation. That's number one
And
when it
work
comes to this
out.
stupid ass hypergamy shit. But
Hypergamy and work out. Work out. Get buff. Cause that's another thing. Men always try to intimidate women with they strength and all this, and I can just throw you into a wall and put your face into the car window and all that. Work out. Get buff. Get some bricks in your stomach.
take some self-defense classes.
Take some self-defense classes. Don't let
Because
them.
that's exactly what happened to Cassie. I mean, it was just tragic. And I mean, what happened to Kesha is tragic. But to me, what happened to Cassie is worse. And just to sit up here and hear these men, especially a lot of these black men, open their black lips and sit up here and say, "Well, I don't want to see Diddy and Jay-Z go to jail, but they did do this and they did do that and they did have a propensity
So
for
you're
being
just supposed to just let these guys just be here the way they are, and after everything they have done.
right." That's insane. And then Umar steadily saying, I just don't see how, Diddy could have had any woman, but he didn't want any woman. He wanted Cassie, and she never wanted him. She
and
never
he
wanted him.
and he belonged and she belonged to him, and that's that.
Just
She
like
was a
Kesha didn't.
slave.
Yes, she was a slave, and Kesha didn't want Dr. Luke. If you got the drug, you know what? Something is truly wrong with your mind. If you are an incel, because if you got to drug somebody to get them to be with you and have them out their mind on red carpets, you are really a monster. And you're an incel. You're a weak little boy. You're a weak little boy that nobody ever liked. And now you came up, you hit a lick. You hit a lick and you came up and you have a little bit of power over somebody's career and you use it. I
Yes,
would rather
people.
have somebody love me for me than strong arming somebody into a quasi state of a relationship. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's also the power, getting high off your power. It's just like being a
Right,
klepto. It's just like being a kleptomaniac. People who love to steal and can't stop stealing and stuff. It's a high that they feel when they steal. And a lot of times kleptos got money to pay for the stuff, but they rather steal it because it makes them feel good. It's the same thing when it comes to these type of dudes. They rather steal lovins
right,
from I'm trying to find ways to put it, in a way that's not too bad. They
right.
rather steal lovings from these women and from these people than to actually genuinely be with them and love them.
And you know what? A lot of times, believe it or not, if you just go with the flow and be yourself, there a lot of these people are willing to date you. But it's once you show that you're crazy and you're a creep, it's like, no, absolutely not. You know, I don't know if Cassie would have ever been with Diddy. She had a boyfriend when she met him.
She just wanted her own career. She wanted her own life.
Yeah, but maybe, she and the boyfriend might have broken up or anything. Had he been normal,
Or
cool,
maybe Diddy threatened to kill, well, allegedly.
on the line,
Yeah, try to put him in the recycle bin.
yeah, he may have. He probably did. We see what he did to Kid Cudi's car. So he was hoping Kid Cudi was in that car. That's crazy. And then I gotta listen to black men sit up here and say, they just trying to take down another black man. No, this black man tried to take himself down by being stupid, by being a monster, by being insatiable. This man has an insatiable sexual appetite. And so anyway, I'm going to go back to the video with Dr. Luke because he's just a baby Diddy. But here's the thing. I think Dr. Luke has more power with the Universal Music Group than Diddy had.
Dr. Luke. Siebert filed a civil suit against Gottwald in October 2014 for infliction of emotional distress, sex-based hate crimes, and employment discrimination. Gottwald filed a lawsuit in New York Supreme Court in which he sued Siebert and her mother, Rosemary Patricia P.B. Siebert, for defamation and breach of contract. Gottwald, Dr. Luke, has denied all of the allegations. In the legal documents filed in support of his defamation suit against Siebert, Kesha, he claims that Kesha and her mother made defamatory statements in an attempt to extort Gottwald, Dr. Luke, into releasing Kesha from her exclusive recording agreement. This New York lawsuit resulted in the staying, or a stop to the legal proceedings, of a California lawsuit where Kesha claimed Dr. Luke was liable for sexual harassment, misogyny, civil harassment, violation of California's laws against unfair business practices, infliction of emotional distress, both intentional and negligent retention and supervision. In her New York counterclaim, Kesha alleged that Dr. Luke sexually, physically, verbally, and emotionally abused her since the beginning of their professional relationship. The suit alleged he drugged and raped her on 2 occasions, made threats against Kesha and her family, and called her derogatory names. On February 19, 2016, a request made by Siebert, Kesha, for a preliminary injunction was denied. Kesha appealed the decision the following month. On April 6, 2016, New York Justice Shirley Kornreich dismissed all of Kesha's counterclaims against Gottwald, Dr. Luke. Kesha and her legal team appealed the injunction decision, and on June 7, 2016, Kesha was recorded in a deposition stating all the allegations' details. On June 22, 2023, Kesha and Dr. Luke released a joint statement saying they have reached a settlement. Background. In September 2013, a fan of Kesha's set up a petition to free the singer from Dr. Luke's management, accusing Luke of stunting the singer's creative growth as an artist, receiving over 10,000 signatures. It was later revealed on Kesha, My Crazy Beautiful Life, that Kesha herself had little creative control over her album Warrior, and that certain songs were omitted from the album against her wishes. Kesha had written over songs that were intended for Warrior, but Dr. Luke scrapped many of them. The co-director of My Crazy Beautiful Life, Stephen Greenstreet, tweeted a picture in November of front row fans at one of Kesha's concerts carrying banners labeled F***K Dr. Luke. Kesha's mother, P.B., blamed Dr. Luke for his lack of creative input and said that she hoped that Kesha would be dropped from RCA Records. Lawsuit. In October 2014, Kesha sued Dr. Luke for sexual assault and battery, sexual harassment, gender violence, emotional abuse, and violation of California business practices which had occurred over 10 years working together. She states that Dr. Luke repeatedly drugged her, had sexual contact with her, with and without her consent, and that his abuse caused her eating disorder. Kesha asked the court to break her contract with Dr. Luke. In response, Dr. Luke filed a countersuit against Kesha alleging defamation, accusing her, her mother, and her management of fabricating the abuse claims to break her contract with him. In early December, Dr. Luke filed a defamation lawsuit against Kesha's lawyer, Mark Garagos, accusing him of implications that Luke had raped Lady Gaga. Gaga's team denied any such incident. Kesha has also accused Dr. Luke of raping Katy Perry. Perry and Dr. Luke both denied this allegation, and a judge ruled there was no evidence supporting Kesha's account. Later in December, Luke's lawyers amended the official complaint in the defamation lawsuit to introduce additional items, including a handwritten birthday card from Kesha back in 2009. Luke's attorney claimed the card is from several years after Kesha claims he started abusing her. Other additions included several emails between Dr. Luke and Kesha's mother, where the latter wrote to him, "You are part of our family." Dr. Luke further accused Jack Rovner, president of Vector Management, of long-standing antipathy towards him, alleging Rovner wants more money and control of Kesha's career. On February 18, 2015, during New York Fashion Week, Kesha wore a Discount Universe dress with the words, "You will never own me" on the front of the garment, which at least one media source speculated to be an obvious jab at Dr. Luke amid Kesha's recovery. On June 9, 2015, it was reported that Kesha amended her complaint against Dr. Luke and added a suit against Sony Music Entertainment, with Kesha's lawyer claiming Dr. Luke's proclivity for abusive conduct was open and obvious to Sony Music Entertainment executives who either knew of the conduct and turned a blind eye, failed to investigate Dr. Luke's conduct, failed to take any corrective action, or actively concealed Dr. Luke's abuse. Kesha sought an injunction with Sony against working and releasing music with Dr. Luke and for greater artistic freedom. Kesha's lawyer, Mark Garagos, responded about the injunction saying she cannot work with music producers, publishers, or record labels to release new music. With no new music to perform, Kesha cannot tour. Off the radio and stage and out of the spotlight, Kesha cannot sell merchandise, receive sponsorships, or get media attention. Her brand value has fallen, and unless the court issues this injunction, Kesha will suffer irreparable harm, plummeting her career past the point of no return. Kesha's videotape deposition. Before her legal battle against Dr. Luke, Kesha had previously sworn under oath in 2011 that the producer had never assaulted or drugged her in a deposition for a lawsuit against her former managers at DAS Communications. This was a key piece of evidence that played a role in the court denying the injunction. Kesha and her lawyers claimed the statements made in the deposition were false and the result of fear, being abused, bullying, and rape trauma syndrome. Trial February 2016. Judge denies preliminary injunction. Kesha arrives at the New York State Supreme Court in Lower Manhattan amidst fans shouting "Free Kesha now" for proceedings in a contract dispute with Dr. Luke. On February 19, 2016, New York Supreme Court Judge Shirley Kornreich ruled against Kesha's request for a preliminary injunction that would release her from her contract with Kemo Sabe Records, a label owned by Lucas Gottwald, also known as Dr. Luke, under the umbrella of Sony Music Entertainment. The decision was made after the judge told her lawyer, Mark Garagos, that he was essentially asking the court to decimate a contract that was heavily negotiated and typical for the industry. 30. In 2011, Kesha went on record saying that Dr. Luke had never drugged or touched her during a deposition in a case against her former managers at DAS Communications. According to the defense, Gottwald had already invested $60 million in her career and also offered to allow the singer to fulfill her contract and record without his involvement. The judge also cited what she felt was vagueness in Kesha's counterclaims, referring to the lack of documentation or hospital records supporting the alleged attack. The verdict sparked protests outside the courtroom by Kesha's supporters and started the #FreeKesha movement online, 3233. Responding to the online campaign, Dr. Luke tweeted, "I didn't rape Kesha and I have never had sex with her. Kesha and I were friends for many years and she was like my little sister." He further added that the lawsuit was motivated by money. On February 24, 2016, Scott A. Edelman, an attorney representing Sony, stated, "Sony is doing everything it can to support the artist in these circumstances, but is legally unable to terminate the contract to which it is not a party." The reason being that Kaz Money, a company of Dr. Luke, signed the initial contract with Kesha in 2005. The company licensed the contract to various Sony Music subsidiaries such as RCA Jive and Kemo Sabe Records, but retained its ownership. On March 21st, Kesha appealed the denial. Reports were made of an alleged offer made to Kesha after the ruling. Kesha made social media posts stating that she was offered freedom from the recording contract with the condition that she retract the rape and drug allegations and publicly apologize for lying. According to posts Kesha made, she rejected the settlement and said the truth cannot be retracted. A spokesperson for Dr. Luke denies that a settlement was ever offered. April 2016. Judge dismisses all of Kesha's abuse claims. On April 6, 2016, New York. Judge Shirley Kornreich dismissed Kesha's claims of sexual assault, sexual harassment, and gender violence. Kornreich wrote, "While Kesha's claim alleges that she was sexually, physically, and verbally abused by Gottwald for a decade, she describes only 2 specific instances of physical sexual abuse, and the most recent event described was alleged to have happened in 2008, and so falls outside of the statute of limitations." Kornreich dismissed Kesha's hate crime claim, because the filings do not allege that Gottwald harbored animus toward women or was motivated by gender animus when he allegedly behaved violently toward Kesha. Every rape is not a gender-motivated hate crime. Kesha's claim of intentional infliction of emotional distress was dismissed by Kornreich because claims of insults about her value as an artist, her looks, and her weight are insufficient to constitute extreme, outrageous conduct intolerable in civilized society. August 2016, Kesha drops charges in Los Angeles. More than 18 months after first filing charges, Kesha dropped her sexual abuse case in Los Angeles while continuing her New York suit, clarifying that this lawsuit has been so heavy on my once free spirit, and I can only pray to one day feel that happiness again. She stated she wanted to release music for her fans. Kesha finally released the single Praying on July 6, 2017, on Dr. Luke's record label Kemosabe Records, with a third album, Rainbow, released on August 11, 2017, also released on Kemosabe. Critics of presiding Judge Shirley Kornreich have highlighted the judge's marriage to lawyer Ed Kornreich, who is a partner in Proskauer Rose, the law firm that represents Sony RCA. March 2017, New York Supreme.
Now, I want to stop right there. So, did you hear that part? The judge that Kesha is dealing with in New York State, her husband is the attorney for Sony Music Group.
They all connected.
Right. So, what did you think about the fact that Kesha wrote a statement saying that he never raped her, never sexually essayed her in 2011?
I think she was forced to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably threatened her with something very serious, probably her family, and that's what made her do it. But then she retracted it because she wanted to continue fighting, even if it cost the livelihoods of herself and her family. She wanted to make a statement out of the music industry.
And look at what was happening to her, similar to me, to Cassie. You know, she said some of the sex was consensual, some of it was not consensual. I'd say none of it was consensual. It is all coerced from the beginning. And so that's the confusion with victims, the Stockholm syndrome. Because if you have someone who drugs you, takes sex from you, but they're holding money and your livelihood over your head, right? And then you have moments where they seem kind and caring. And a moment where that's just like saying that there's no such thing as marital raping. And there is.
Yeah.
Court Justice Shirley Kornreich refused to amend Kesha's original case in March 2017. Kornreich contradicted the claim that any alleged abuse would have been unforeseeable, citing Kesha's assertion that
That's
this
'cause you just
behavior
wanted to
began
protect your
when the two
punk-ass
first met in
husband.
2005,
Right.
February 2020. The judge ruled that Kesha made a false statement to Lady Gaga about Gottwald that was defamatory per se. The judge added, "There is no evidence whatsoever that Dr. Luke raped Katy Perry." The ruling stated that Kesha breached her contract with KMI, Dr. Luke's record label.
Okay, why would Kesha lie about Dr. Luke raping Lady Gaga and raping Katy Perry? Why would she lie? Why would she bring her friends into this? Something that they, quote unquote, were not involved in, right? Something so heavy. Why would she lie?
She wasn't lying. They
Well,
just didn't want to get in. They just didn't want to get involved because they didn't want their career ruined.
they didn't have the courage that Kesha had at the time to fight this.
Yes.
But had they joined her, it would have given her a stronger case. So he's been left, Dr. Luke, he's been left to be able to go on and do this to other women. because what I'm just now realizing too is that he owns the label Kemosabe Records. He owns that label, and the parent company is
Wicked ass Sony.
yeah, Sony Universal Music Group. So we have to get into that the next live or two or whatever, see how we work it out around the holidays. Um, because I know on Christmas Eve we're gonna play The Sims and see if we can get Santa to show up. But because we, this content is heavy, you know, fighting just if it's just emotionally, morally fighting with the victims, it is heavy and it's hard. And just looking at how long this went on with Kesha for 10 years, and it's still going on because as we get on in the video, Dr. Luke had the nerves to sue Kesha.
Yep. Because he wasn't making money. He didn't start making money till he got Doja Cat.
Mm,
Because a lot of people did not want to work with him.
right. But I think he's a little rich guy, right? I think he comes from a rich family.
Some Rothschild.
Right. I don't think he was like getting food stamps and stuff after Kesha's allegations.
No, but his
And as a
ego
result,
was hurt.
Right. I mean, it definitely hurt his reputation, as it should. But, when we do the next live and deal with Lady Gaga, we're going to deal with Lady Gaga. We're going to deal with Lady Gaga.
Yeah, because she made that song with R. Kelly. And the song, that's why she had to get rid of that song, because that song was weird. You could do and have whatever you want with my body.
But yet she's saying that Kesha's allegations about Dr. Luke raping her are not true. Okay, Lady Gaga.
When she claims that she's a woman that has had that happen to her, and it happened in the studio. So who did it then?
Right.
result of that, she is obligated to pay KMI pre-judgment interest of $373,671.88. April 2021. A divided panel of New York State Supreme Court Appellate Division judges ruled that Dr. Luke was not a public figure, stating, although he is an acclaimed music producer and well known in the entertainment industry, he is not a household name. This ruling was significant because public figures must meet a high legal standard to prove they have been defamed. June 2021. In an oral argument, the judge ruled that New York's recently established free speech law applies to this case. As a result, Dr. Luke must prove that Kesha acted in malice, and the singer will be able to seek damages for the battle if she wins the trial. February 2023, a trial date was set for February 2023. In November 2022, a judge reassigned the trial date to be July 26, 2023. June 2023. Settlement American Magazine. The Atlantic criticized Dr. Luke's presence in mainstream music following the lawsuits, writing that Doja Cat's rise has signaled a quick rehabilitation of Dr. Luke's career, while originally the same industry was slow to react to the original allegations. 68. Conversely, TV host Wendy Williams sided against Kesha in the ruling, saying in an interview, "Unfortunately, business is business, and it sounds like it's fair. If everybody complained because somebody allegedly sexually abused them and was ripping them off, then contracts would be broken all the time." 69.
Right.
After Kesha posted an Instagram post in which she claimed that she had been
That's why her ass is laid up somewhere losing her memory.
Yes, she is. She has lost her memory.
You think that's cool? You think that's cool to have somebody touching on you, bothering you? What, for some songs? So she can dance her horse face ass to these songs.
Who, Wendy Williams?
Yeah.
It was very striking. Go ahead.
The horse can't stand no more.
Oh, wow. You're right.
I don't feel bad for her. I don't care who comes for me. I don't feel bad for her. What she said was disgusting, and she should have been canceled a long time ago.
offered contractual freedom from Dr. Luke if she would recant her sexual abuse allegations, but that she refused. Williams changed her mind and apologized to Kesha, explaining, "Unfortunately, a lot of people lie about rape, so I was just being skeptical." 70. As details of the lawsuit emerged, a wave of support for Kesha swept across social media. The hashtag #FreeKesha became a rallying cry, with fans and fellow artists expressing solidarity with the singer. Celebrities like Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga, and Adele publicly voiced their support for Kesha. Swift
Again, Lady Gaga gives her public support for Kesha. Why are you supporting a young woman who said something happened to you that you claim didn't happen to you? That's so egregious. That is like one of the worst crimes that you can commit against someone, is to forcibly take sex from them. But you're supporting her. I thought she was lying.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
donated
Lady Gaga has always been weird.
$250,000 to help with Kesha's legal fees, a testament to the industry's recognition of her struggle. The public outcry put immense pressure on Dr. Luke and the music industry, highlighting the need for accountability and change. Section 6. Diddy's downfall, from TikTok to trouble. While Kesha fought her legal battle, another music mogul faced his own reckoning. Sean Diddy Combs, once a celebrated figure, became embroiled in serious legal trouble. Accusations of racketeering, sex trafficking, and assault cast a dark shadow over his empire. Diddy's downfall served as a stark reminder that power and influence are no shield from accountability. Section 7. Cassie Ventura's story, speaking out against Diddy. Cassie Ventura, a singer and Diddy's former girlfriend, came forward with her own allegations. She accused Diddy of rape, abuse, and coercive control during their relationship. Ventura's accusations, detailed in a lawsuit, painted a disturbing picture of Diddy's alleged behavior. Her story, alongside the charges against him, further exposed the dark underbelly of the music industry. Kesha changes Diddy referencing lyric in TikTok on stage after Cassie's abuse lawsuit against rapper. The pop star's 2009 hit features the lyric, "Wake up in the morning feeling like p.diddy," which she altered following Cassie's allegations. A feud between Kesha and Diddy started when the singer debuted a new version at Coachella in April with Renee Rapp. They sang, "Wake up in the morning saying F p.diddy." Section 8. The music industry on trial, power, abuse, and the #MeToo reckoning. The cases of Kesha, Dr. Luke, and Diddy exposed a deeply rooted problem within the music industry: the abuse of power. Young artists, often eager to please and succeed, can become vulnerable to exploitation by those in positions of authority. A feud between Kesha and Diddy started when the singer debuted a new version at Coachella in April with Renee Rapp. They sang, "Wake up in the morning saying F p.diddy." The #MeToo movement, which gained momentum around the same time, shed light on the prevalence of sexual harassment and assault across various industries. The music industry, with its history of silence and complicity, found itself under intense scrutiny. In our next video, we will explore the connection between Diddy, Dr. Luke, and Kesha's allegation that Dr. Luke raped famous singer Katy Perry as well. What do or who do you believe? Do you believe Kesha? Leave your answer in the comment section. This has been The Awakening, Black Women United. I am your host, Sherry Danny. Subscribe, like, share, comment, watch the video until the end, and hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video.
So what do you think, Cheeks? What's your commentary?
About the Katy Perry thing?
Just all of it. Kesha, Dr. Luke, this fraudulent judge. This judge should have been made to recuse herself. That was a conflict of interest. I can't believe they allowed that judge to get away with that.
A lot of stuff is allowed to happen. A lot of stuff is allowed to happen. because it keeps these systems going. It's not about the betterment of that person, the livelihood is about that person. It's about money, greed, and keeping the empire going. Rome must continue.
Keeping these vulnerable young women slaves. Because that's what
Hmm.
it is. That's what it is. And you know what? We really should, if we could pull ourselves together, we really should do a live on Wyclef and Lauren Hill.
Oh man, this is gonna be a tough one for me.
Because that's one that a lot of people don't know about, that hasn't been talked about a lot.
And they just performed together too.
Right, of course, because this is what hypergamy leads to. This is the type of abuse they want women and girls to be continuously subjected to. He's her abuser. We have to see our abusers every day, live in the house with them, live in the neighborhood with them, go to school with them, go to work with them. This is our lives. And when you say, I don't like it, I don't want it, it's something wrong with you. You're frigid. You're mean. You're hateful. You're a
Yeah,
lesbian. It's nothing wrong with being a lesbian, but
nothing wrong with
everybody's
being
not a
lesbian.
lesbian. And
Exactly. And it's not just for women, it's for guys too. Like, look what happened to Brandon Fraser.
right.
Whole career destroyed. He played in one of my favorite childhood movies. It's the live adaptation of Dudley Do Right.
Hmm.
This came out in '99.
Okay.
Her career just gone because he wouldn't let some nasty dude freak on him and bother him.
Right.
Corey Haim, poor guy, just poor. Just his situation is so sad. He was
His
Vaughn.
mother, his mother is so sick. She was selling his baby teeth on eBay.
Yep.
If you could pull up your PDF now if you want.
Okay, give me a moment.
Okay. Just just crazy. This is how they want it to be. And you want to give your power away. You don't want money. You don't want your own money. Uh-oh, I got an echo. Okay. I still have an echo, don't I?
No, not to me. You don't have an echo.
Okay.
So these are the drugs. I don't even know if I can show this, but these are the drugs that are used
Yeah,
to.
you can show it. You're fine. Go ahead.
I mean, this is a part of chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
These are the drugs that are used to grab people, grab
Okay.
them, and make them unconscious.
Okay, read it to us. You got the floor, cheeks.
Okay. Some sections I jumped over because I don't want this to be a long reading session. Okay, drugs used in stealing lovings. Can I even say this?
You could say graping or essays.
Okay, drugs used in essays. Now, so a lot of these words I'm going to butcher. Rolphenol. I think I got that one. Rolphenol, GB,
Rohypnol.
Roh-
Rohypnol.
Rohypnol, GHB, GBL, and ketamine. Ketamine. Ketamine puts you to sleep. These drugs sometimes used by a predator as a tactic to facilitate sex graping assault because they have a sedative effect as well as the ability to impair memory.
Oh, that's awesome. The ability to impair memory.
Yep.
So they can get up off my young lady who, they saying she got inconsistencies in her stories against her allegation against Jay-Z. So go
Because her
ahead.
memory is destroyed. She only remembers pieces of things. Because she got all this in her system, even 23, 24 years later. Alcohol increases the effects of these drugs. That's why it's always put in drinks. It's slipping a Mickey to somebody, a sleep Mickey. And this is how it looks too. Rohypnol.
Rohypnol.
No, Rohypnol is the trade name for fluotresium. Tresium. You gotta help me out. My French is coming in.
Flunitrazepine.
Fruititrazepine.
Mm,
A
flunitrazepine. I'm sorry. True. Flunitrazepine.
fruititrazepam. A
Mm-hmm.
scheduled IV central
A
nervous,
schedule four. Schedule four.
a schedule 4
Mm-hmm.
central nervous system depressant that belongs to a class of drugs known as benoz oh my
Benzodiazepines.
then benodiazepine
Mm-hmm.
and fruitwazim
Flunitrazepam.
fruitwazepam
Mm-hmm.
is also marketed as a generic preparations and other trade name products outside of the United States, like other beno, benzo, benzodiazepine,
Benzodiazepines.
benodiazepine, and
Rohypnol.
rohypnol products, sedative, hypnotic, anti-anxiety, and muscle relaxant effects. Ooh, muscle.
Right?
Relax the muscles so you can get in easier.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Coupled with alcohol, this is gonna put the person right out.
Yep. This drug has never been approved. Oh, excuse me. This drug has never been approved for medical use in the United States by the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA. Outside the United States, rohypnol is commonly prescribed to treat insomnia.
I
So what
mean,
do you
keep going. This is very interesting. This is something that people need to see. We don't have a lot of viewers tonight, but maybe we'll get some in the playback. And this is stuff that people need to see, especially a lot of young women, but young men too.
everybody need to come.
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody need to come look at this. Hold on, I need to give me another sip of Monster. Okay. Rohypnol is also misused to physically and psychologically incapacitate a person target for grape assault. The drug is usually placed in the alcoholic drink of the unsuspecting victim to incapacitate them and prevent resistance to grape assault. The drug leaves the victim unaware of what has happened to them. Gamma boot boot
Just
bootar
say GBL. Okay.
GBL, yeah, GBL is a list one chemical that is used to pursue the
No,
illicit,
it's used as a precursor in the
oh my bad,
illicit.
precursor,
Mhm.
illicit manufacture of the Schedule 1 controlled substance, GBL or GBL acid or GHB. GBL is necessary and important chemical precursor in the illegal production of GBH. or GHB, my bad. Because to date, no other chemical has been identified as a substance for GBL in the illegal manufacturing process. Don't this look like the baby oil?
This absolutely is the baby oil.
This looks like the baby oil.
Hmm. It absolutely is the baby oil. And it'll go right in. And how would you know? Right?
Yep, because it's clear.
I mean, well, it depends on, but it looks like to me, you know how oil and water don't mix,
Yeah.
and the water sits on top of the oil. This looks like this will mix together.
Yep.
Yeah, we pulled out the periodic table. I mean, you have to dealing with these creeps.
I mean, they're talking to Walter White to make some stuff for them.
It's crazy.
GBL is a unique chemical precursor. It can be converted into GHB by a simple chemical reaction, or it can be ingested directly without running a chemical reaction. That is, the body efficiently converts GBL to GHB when ingested. Because GBL is converted to GHB by the body's own action, GBL is routinely substituted for
Substituted.
substituted for GHB to obtain the same type of intoxication.
Mm.
GBL and GHB induce a sense of euphoria and intoxication and are abused for their central nervous system depressant effect. When you start messing with your nervous system, that's when things really gets fucked up. That's why I highlighted this right here.
Yes.
Victims, if you go back and listen to that interview that Jane Doe gave, she sound delayed, and it's not just because of her neurodivergence, but it's also because of this.
Right.
This stuff is basically like taking PCP.
Right.
An overdose from GBL substance have been associated with the drug affiliated grape assaults. Ketamine, a Schedule 3 short acting what's that?
Anesthetic.
Anesthetic.
Anesthetic. Mm-hmm.
Anesthetic for use in humans and animals is another predatory drug used by perpetrators of grape assault. It is a general anesthetic that causes individuals to feel detached, detached from their bodies and surroundings. During an assault, a victim might be aware of what is happening but is unable to move or fight back. Ketamine may also cause amnesia. My bad. And
Amnesia.
yeah,
Yeah.
amnesia, so that the victim does not remember the events that occurred.
Mm. Mm. Wow. Wow. And people want to sit here and act like they don't know that this is going on, and want to sit here and act like these young women are lying because they have inconsistencies. Of course, they have inconsistencies. They can't remember it all.
So I just read these two paragraphs. I'm not going to read this whole thing because it's huge,
Okay.
but I definitely wanted to put it right here. All of this, all of this, and the judge that dismissed Kesha, she's like, oh, that didn't happen. You just trying to do this and that. You knew these fucking drugs exist. Your fucking
Hmm.
husband. You don't want your husband to go down. And possibly yourself. I don't trust these judges. Wasn't there just a judge busted out for doing some shit?
Yeah, I can't remember what they did right now. It's so much going on, but I know, yeah, there was just a judge that had like some malfeasance that took place. But I feel that that judge, what is her name? Sherry. Anyway, I have to go back and listen to the video. But the judge in Kesha's case, I felt like she didn't want her husband. He would have lost his job with Universal Music Group. Be-
Mm-hmm.
right, because she was his wife. She didn't have to, and it further to me goes to show, yeah, Kesha needs to fight that ruling because that was a conflict of interest. There's no way that lady should have stayed on that case. She should have recused herself.
Exactly.
Your husband represents the very person that this young lady is suing, essentially. How could you even give a fair ruling? Because Universal Music Group would have fired her husband if she gave a judgment in favor of Kesha. They would have said, well, your wife just cost us millions of dollars, so you have to go. So, of course, she ruled against Kesha.
Exactly. I'm not nowhere in the legal profession. I'm not even trying to be what is that, a lawyer. I'm not
Right.
even trying to be a lawyer. I'm not even trying to be a what is the lawyer's assistant?
A paralegal.
I'm not even trying to be a paralegal, any of that. I'm just a gamer on the internet, and I pulled this whole PDF file up that we're looking at, and this is all the effects right here. These drugs destroying people's nervous systems and memories, and this is why the story is sometimes inconsistent with the victims, because they have taken something that's the equivalent to PCP. Do they do
Right.
blood?
PCP, LSD.
Yes.
They say the shit is used on animals too.
Yep.
Animals and humans.
Yes. And this drug, both drugs, I believe, are not, they're illegal to use in the United States.
Are you sure they're illegal to use in the United States? Because I don't know them to be illegal.
This drug, see, I'm going back to the paragraph right here. This drug has never been approved for medical use in the United States by the Food and Drug Administration, the
Okay,
FDA.
you're right. You're right. Hmm.
Only outside of the United States these drugs are used.
Well, if they're not legal in the United States, why do we have so much access to it?
Hmm. What's going on down below? You can find whatever you want down there.
In Mexico?
Mexico, South America. You can find wherever you want down there.
But we don't have to go to Mexico to get this drug, is my point. It's right here. It's across the street. It's around the corner. So I'm saying if it's not even legal, how do we have so much access to this? So I
Well, you
think the
always
point
say
you're
that
making it okay, go ahead.
America is only 5% of the population, but it uses 99% of the world's drugs.
Yes.
So we have everything under the sun in here. Stuff that's not even supposed to be here, but it's here.
Right. So now that could go into the illegal immigration because people are trying to act as if a lot of these illegal aliens are not connected with these Mexican and South American cartels. It's not true. But it also is a failure of our government. Because we shouldn't have all of these drugs coming in like this. All of the cocaine, all of the heroin, all of the fentanyl, all of this GBL and GBH. It's ridiculous.
And ketamine.
And ketamine. What are we even voting for these people for? They don't do anything but get paid. Big
To be
money.
cute. To be cute. That's what we vote. We don't vote because of our best interest. We vote to be cute.
They're getting over like fat rats. You got something else you want to show?
Um, Let me read these symptoms.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, read the symptoms.
Signs you may have been drugged. Depending on the substance, the initial effect of the drug can go unnoticed or become apparent very quickly. Being familiar with the warning signs can help alert you to the possibility of drugs in your system. So the first one is nausea, loss of bowel or bladder control. That's nasty. That's nasty. Ugh, just
Hey,
got
so you know what that means? That you're urinating on yourself and you're defecating on yourself.
and
And don't know why. Like you were fine and now all of a sudden you're not fine.
you're not fine. Just to think that this probably was happening when they were unconscious, and
Mm.
the diddler and the
Mm-hmm.
ZZ and
Dr. Luke.
the doctor
Right.
got a hold and was doing all this while all this excrement was everywhere.
Ugh, girl.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Difficulty breathing.
You could kill somebody giving them this stuff.
Yep. Feeling drunk when you haven't consumed any alcohol or consumed very limited amounts.
What
Sudden
did the
and
young lady say? She said, the young lady, the accuser from the year 2000, she said she drunk something at the after party and she immediately began to feel woozy and dizzy.
mm-hmm. Sudden increase in dizziness, disorientation, or blurred vision. Sudden body temperature change that could be signaled by sweating or chattering teeth. So you get hot or cold. Waking up with no memory, missing large portions of memories.
Read that part again.
Waking up with no memory or missing large portions of memories. Why? Why do we even pay lawyers? Why? They don't do their fucking job.
See, now you need to go pull up what we showed it yesterday, right? Okay. The young lady who has accused Jay-Z and how NBC News set her up to
Yep,
make
they
her
set
look
her
bad.
Yep, they set her up. They set her up. Mainstream media is not your friends, and they never have been. They're going to always be on the predator side because they're the predator. Once again, I'm just a little gamer right here, and I just pulled this shit up like it was nothing. But all these big people and all these big municipalities act like they can't pull this stuff up, or act like the victims are just crazy and they just trying to hurt they precious talented brownies. they precious talented stars, Jay-Z and Diddy, and just trying to ruin their precious lives and ruin their families and
Right.
ruin the life of their daughter who's growing super fast, who has unhuman growth.
That little girl, that little girl, Blue Ivy, is being groomed to have something nasty happen to her.
Allegedly.
In my opinion,
Yeah, allegedly, because
in my opinion,
yeah.
in my opinion, because no 12-year-old looks like that. 4-inch heels, breast pushed up, plunging necklines, face full of makeup. It's
Face
ridiculous.
chiseled out. And there's hormones that alter your age.
Mm-mm,
I
mm-mm.
could pull that up.
Okay, I don't want to hear about Beyonce and she's a good mom. Where? How? Kesha, I believe Kesha. I believe that Kesha's telling the truth. I believe that Dr. Luke raped her, drugged her for 10 years. The same with Cassie. It took Cassie a decade to be able to get away from Diddy. Now, okay, so you think that you're alleging that they're giving Blue Ivy something to speed up her growth
Yes.
because they've made a deal with the devil somewhere about her. I wonder
Yes.
who they was trying to give her to. The same way Beyonce was given to Jay-Z. Who are they trying to give Blue Ivy to?
Whoever comes into the scene. Right now, things have been dry when it comes to rappers and stuff, or just high men in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
But you never know. She might end up with the dude from Dune or something.
Mm-hmm. Right, because right now he's with Kylie Jenner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can read it.
So I'm gonna go back up here and then come back where I was. Human growth hormone, HGH. What is human growth hormone? Human growth hormone, HGH, also called, God, why do they always do this shit? Somatropin. Somatropin is a hormone that the pituitary gland, which is about the size of a pea and is found in the base of your brain, makes and releases. The pituitary gland has two parts, a front anterior and the back posterior lobe. The back lobe produces HGH. There are two types of HGH, the kind your body naturally makes and a synthetic version. Synthetic version.
Mm-hmm.
Doctors prescribe synthetic HGH to treat specific health conditions. So I'm going to go over the normal range of HGH ranges. Your pituitary gland releases HGH in pulses, which vary in sizes and length depending on things like time, day, age, and gender or sex. Normal HGH levels include adults assigned male at birth or born male at birth, 0 0.4 to 10 nanograms per millimeter, from 18 to 44. Females, 1 to 14 milligrams or 44 to 116 kilograms. Children, 10 to 50 or 400 to 2,000 kilograms. These ranges can differ between labs, so always check your lab report for specific normal range. If you have any questions, blah blah blah, consult your doctor. Okay, so we're gonna go down here for the aging. Okay, or we can read both paragraph, the agent and the loving performance. Because the body's HGH levels naturally decrease with age, some so-called anti-aging experts have claimed that HGH products could reverse the aging-related decline of the body, but these claims too have been unproven. So they say, but these can also increase your age. This could also make you grow up faster. They probably given her some adult hormones too to make her
And
go
so
through
you
puberty.
really believe that Jay-Z and Beyonce are giving Blue Ivy HGH to make her grow up?
Because we just saw her, what, 6 months ago, maybe 8 months ago, during Beyonce's tour.
Okay. Hmm.
I'm gonna pull up both tabs. Come on.
You got dead air, Cheeks. You got to say something. You
I
got
know.
dead air.
Cheeks, cheeks, cheeks. Okay, we got it up. I was trying to focus on finding the pictures that I needed. Trying to find a good picture because it's like she was just on that tour. How did this picture look to you?
Okay. I guess it's okay. Yeah, we'll roll with it.
Kim will move that over there so both pictures can be side by side. So you see, even here, she seemed younger.
How long ago was this picture?
This was just last year, 2023.
Am
This
I
was just,
still fuzzy? I hate this mic.
you actually sound good.
I do? Okay.
Yeah. This was just last year.
Okay. Play it. Let's see.
Play it.
Yeah, play it. It's a video.
You never respected copyright strikes.
Oh, well, I mean, no, I don't want a copyright strike. No, I don't want a
Not
copy.
playing any sound. Can you hear me though?
I can hear you, but I still could get a copyright strike. Was this on YouTube?
Yeah, this is on YouTube.
Is this her channel? Is this Bay's channel? Or is this someone else's channel? Anyway, never mind. Take this down. Just do pictures because I don't feel like dealing with those copyright strikes and these people. But I got your point. You know, I would say that it's a bit of a stretch and a reach that you think that they're putting that you think that they're putting her
Why
on.
wouldn't they though? They trying to speed
Now
up.
this is the one. Blow, oh my gosh, this picture right here.
Why wouldn't they though? Because they trying to speed it up. And soon they gonna start lying about her age. They gonna try to make it seem like, oh, she was born in 2010. They gonna push it back. They gonna get so crazy. They gonna say that Blue Ivy was born in 99.
Mm, mm.
I'm like, we know your ass wasn't pregnant in 99.
Wow.
See,
It's ridiculous to have a 12-year-old dressed like that.
absolutely.
But I was saying, I would push back against you and say that that's a reach that you're saying that they're giving her HBH. But who knows with these wicked people what's going on? Her
And she
mama had
on
a hurt
stage.
purse. Hmm.
She on stage. They getting her ready. They prepping her up. This is a prep up. See, she on stage. They prepping her up. They getting her together so she can take over because they're about to go down. So somebody has to keep the family line.
Wow, she has on a little heel. Why would they have this 11-year-old dancing in heels so she can hurt her feet? I
Dancing in
mean,
heels.
don't they have enough money? How much money do you need? Nobody has a college degree between none of them. I guess they say it's not needed. All you got to do is, you know, unalive the goat, drink the goat's blood, smear it all over your body, roll around in it, howl at the moon, and you can be a millionaire, a billionaire. You know?
Yep. They're getting her together.
Yeah, they're definitely grooming her. They are definitely grooming her. But do you have any articles on Kesha? Because we're supposed, this live is supposed to be about Kesha.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But
No, no, no.
it's all relevant.
It is
But
all
this
relevant.
part
Yeah.
is more relevant to Kesha and Jane Doe.
Right. My mic is terrible.
You actually don't sound bad tonight.
Okay.
It doesn't seem nothing much different than
Just
what
pull
you
it up. Pull up the charges.
the charges.
Yeah, right there. Pull up that article. The NPR article.
There must be a delay because I'm on Katy Perry.
Yeah, there's a delay. Yeah, I see it. But no, no, don't do that because we're gonna do another live on Katy Perry. No,
Okay.
no,
Okay, let me go
no,
back.
no. Okay.
He has a wife? Why would somebody marry him?
Why did somebody marry Woody Allen? Why do we allow Woody Allen to run around here like he's not a creep?
Okay, which one you want me to click on?
See, that mic sounds bad. I can hear it. Okay. The NPR.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds better that way.
Don't I have something on my computer where it can just read it out for me?
So that's Dr. Luke. Go back up. So If anybody watched this on the replay, they can know what Dr. Luke looks like. That's Dr. Luke in the picture. Up.
There's a delay. I'm on his picture.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the demon.
And she looks very unhappy in the picture. I used this picture for the thumbnail. I mean, she looks unhappy in the picture. She looks drugged out.
Yep.
Well, he has the biggest smile on his face.
Always. I just wanted to read a certain section.
Go
But okay.
ahead. Do your thing. Read what you want to read.
Lucas Dr. Luke Gottwald. Singer Kesha after receiving his award at the 28th annual ASCAP.
Oh my
Music
God.
Awards in
Come
Los
on.
Angeles on
Did
April
y'all have to
27th,
choose this voice?
2011. Chris Pizzello/AP. New York pop star Kesha and producer Dr. Luke have settled nearly a decade of suits and countersuits over her accusation that he drugged and raped her and his claim that she made it up and defamed him, they announced Thursday, with the singer saying that only God knows what happened that night. Dr. Luke, meanwhile, said he was absolutely certain that nothing happened. I never drugged or assaulted her. Terms of the deal were not immediately disclosed, as both she and he revealed on Instagram that they had agreed to a resolution of the case and to a statement from each of them. Messages seeking comment were sent to their attorneys. I cannot recount everything that happened, Kesha wrote, adding that she wishes nothing but peace to all parties involved. Dr. Luke, in turn, said he wished her well and wanted to put this difficult matter behind me after years of fighting to clear his name. The deal averts a trial that had been scheduled for this summer over allegations that became a Me Too cause for Kesha's supporters and came to involve a lineup of music industry luminaries. Lady Gaga, Kelly Clarkson, Katy Perry, Pink, Avril Lavigne, Adam Levine and Taio Cruz are among those who gave testimony or sworn statements related to the case. At the same time, the case raised important legal questions about fame and defamation. The stakes were seen as high enough that media outlets weighed in about pre-trial rulings that they worried could help powerful people suppress unflattering reporting. The court clash between the multi-platinum selling singer and the Grammy-nominated producer has been playing out since 2014 and looming over both
Okay,
of their
that's
careers.
that's enough. That's enough. Oh God, that voice was giving me a fucking headache. So basically, this was already in the video, but I'd like to go over the article again.
Well, it's good to show people that the video is legitimate.
Did you hear the little crappy voice that's in my browser?
Yeah, I heard the voice.
She was trying to read the best she can, but she's bad.
The AI is just bad. All the AI is calling her Kesha. Oh, what does it say about their connection? Dr. Luke and Diddy.
Okay, so he's worked with Katy Perry, Maroon 5, Rihanna, and Doja Cat.
Where does this asshole live?
Dr. Luke.
Yes. I'm thinking Cali.
Did he buy a house from Ozzy Osbourne?
Yes. Yes. I'm glad that I said look up where he lives because I did see this before and I forgot about it. Right, because the Osbournes moved permanently back to England.
He's old. He's 51 years old.
He doesn't look it. That adrenochrome allegedly is keeping him young. Allegedly.
Songwriting partners. This is the interesting part right here.
Ooh.
Katy Perry, Kesha, Max Martin, and Taylor Swift.
Click on see more.
Okay. You're all going to jail tonight. Okay, Dr. Luke's writing partners. Eminem, Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga. So she already kind of had a relationship with him anyway. And that's why Kesha said that. You still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Look, it's Dora. We found you.
Dora.
Dora.
Sing it again, cheeks. Dora.
Dora. Dora. You can't take me away. Dora, 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 the Explorer. Dora. We did it. We found Jennifer Lopez in the scroll. We did it. We did
I can't
it.
believe that Jennifer Lopez wrote
Yay.
my one word. Okay.
or I don't know. I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to ruin your
Is this
channel.
a recent picture of Kesha? No, that's an old picture. She looks younger.
No, this is a recent picture. She guess she dyed her hair black.
Okay.
Ooh, Shakira.
She got to pay her taxes.
She already got legal issues.
She got problems in Spain.
Yep. Bruno Mars. Oh, so he worked with more people than I thought he did.
Rihanna.
Rihanna, Doja Cat, Drake. Snoop Dogg. What the fuck?
Hmm.
The Weeknd.
He got Snoop's black cheeks too.
He got the dog cheeks. He was in the doghouse.
Oh, right, in the dog pound for real.
Yep, in the dog pound. Britney Spears, Nicki Minaj. Here she's everywhere. She's always with the creepy dudes.
Who, Britney Spears?
Nicki Minaj.
Oh, yes.
Hold on, I gotta put my phone on the charger.
Okay.
Okay. Kelly Clarkson. What's her name? I've never been able to pronounce her name. What is this?
Who?
Saza
Sia?
Sia
Zaza. Oh, Scissor. Scissor.
SZA. Okay, Lil Wayne, Young Thug, Avril Lavigne.
Paris
There,
Hilton.
she don't even make music.
Oh my
Shit.
goodness. She's a DJ. What did she write?
Avicii, he passed away.
Who
See
passed away?
him. Remember, he died in Kuwait. A Qatar.
Oh, Qatar.
Yeah.
Sia.
Lotto.
Mm,
Look at that. Pharrell.
right.
Jamie Foxx. Miranda Cosgrove.
iCarly.
Yes.
And she was being essayed by the dude who played her brother on the show.
Yes.
Pink keeps coming up and all of this stuff too.
Hmm. I can't control who I work with. You know, that's what they're going to say. We didn't know he was like that. We can't control who we work with.
We left the party at 9 o'clock.
We left the party at 9 o'clock. We're okay. Don't throw us away.
I need more money.
Yep. Adam Levine.
You know what? I watched Friday After Next
Look, it's
earlier today.
T.I., the dude with the dungeon in his basement.
Allegedly.
But isn't that true? That he does have a dungeon in his basement?
No.
But Candy said that they have dungeons together.
I don't know. Allegedly, what I do know is that Andy Cohen told Phaedra that he thought that Candy and Todd was going to try to drug and sexually SA Portia, and that Candy supposedly had a sex dungeon in her basement. And then when the doodle hit the fan, Andy Cohen left Phaedra holding the bag when Phaedra was just trying to keep Portia's dumb ass safe and told Portia what the deal was. So now I don't mess with Tiny and T.I. So it's got to be allegedly whenever you're talking about them, okay?
All right,
But
allegedly.
they have all kinds of SA suits against them.
Ludacris, Sierra, Neo, Kid Cudi. Now we're getting into the realm of all the people that
Well, okay, so Ludacris. Cat Williams told us that Ludacris is is like an Illuminati puppet,
mm,
and he was given the 20 picture deal, and Cat Williams said that Harvey Weinstein offered to give him fellatio in front of all of his people. So he gets there and he says, I told him no. What did you do? Okay. What did you do to get offered the job?
hmm.
And he was
That's
also
one
told
hell of an interview.
that's a hell of an interview. Now Sierra went on and took herself out the mix. I don't know who she works with now, but she took herself out the mix by marrying Russell Wilson and having a family and moving on. But Ludacris has been kind of mixed up in some of this stuff here and there. I can't say like the drugging of people or essaying of people. Ti and Tiny have a horrible reputation. Neo has a horrible reputation. They suspect that Neo is in the closet. Kid Cudi is, I I believe he has said that he's bisexual. So I don't know about allegedly. I don't think I have to say that. Then Tiger was a grown man dating 15-year-old Kylie Jenner, and her mother let that happen. So it's not a stretch that Beyonce and Jay-Z and Celestine and Sasha Fierce are grooming Blue Ivy for something, for something that normal people wouldn't do. Because that girl, the adultification is crazy. A 12-year-old with her breast pushed up like that? No.
So he worked with more people than I thought he did. A
Right,
lot of people,
right.
very huge people.
Yes.
Who is
And they're
that?
all connected. Who's who?
Pitbull. Yep.
Oh yeah, Pitbull. I really want to know. Oh, wasn't that Future too?
Wait, let me go back. Where you see him at?
Oh, okay. I thought that's Young Thug. I thought that was Future.
So this little Dr. Luke dude isn't obscure as we thought he was. He worked with big people.
And they all, or a lot of them, know something. Like Taylor knows some shit. Katy Perry knows. And according to Kesha, Katy Perry was assaulted.
And she saw it. She must have saw it to say something like that.
And Lady Gaga knows.
Mm-hmm.
And what they said, what Mark Geragos, Kesha's attorney, argued is true. You have a short shelf life, right? You have a short window of opportunity to make it in the music industry. So if she was held back by Dr. Luke, right? If she decided or if she said, look, I'm not gonna continue to let you SA me, drug me to have a music career. So if he's preventing her from just like what Scooter Braun did to Taylor Swift and her dad did to Taylor Swift, what they tried to do, but it wasn't able. They weren't able to hurt Taylor subsequently in the end as bad as Dr. Luke was able to hurt Kesha.
Yes.
Kesha
What hurt
really,
Taylor Swift was Carly Kloss.
but not really,
She
because
did. She
but
told Scooter, because Scooter was her manager, and she was talking. I don't know if Carly did this out of spitefulness or was she's just all giddy about Taylor's music. But she told Scooter Braun everything that Taylor had because Carly Kloss was the first person to listen to 1989 before anybody else was. She was the first person to listen to Shake It Off. She and Taylor were best friends, aka lovers, and she knew every.
allegedly,
It's not allegedly.
it is allegedly,
They had sex.
allegedly. But I'm saying to you, you're missing the point. I'm saying to you, Taylor did not end up hurt as bad as Kesha has been hurt
We
because
don't know yet.
no, I'm telling no,
We
listen,
don't
I'm
know.
telling you, Taylor is a billionaire on her own now. She was able to get from up under Scooter Braun. She was able to get from up under her dad. Whereas Kesha's career is just about dead. Who even
She made a
cares about
she
Kesha
made a
anymore?
song. She made a song
When?
Joyride. She made about this year. She released it in the summer. Joyride.
Okay. And how
Joyride.
many hits did she get?
It's been blowing up on social media, and she is on the Billboard and stuff. So she's starting to recover. But yeah, he did take a good chunk out of her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna defend Kesha. Kesha's my childhood. I love her.
Okay. I'm not stepping on Kesha. I'm in agreement with Mark Garagos, her attorney. I'm in agreement with Kesha. What did this lady say? Can you read that?
Phaedra said straight, bitch, straight. She be lying.
Phaedra. So you're saying that if Phaedra lied?
Yeah,
Titch.
this
Okay.
person might have left because we probably took too long to read their comment.
Okay. Well, you can come up, Titch, if you want to.
I
There's the
think,
link. She left.
yeah, she left.
Okay, I'm sorry. She said Phaedra said straight up she be lying. Oh, I don't know. This is what it
But
came out.
Candy, but it
Mhm.
came out that Candy owns a dungeon. I'm not
Can,
crazy.
Candy claims that she made the dungeon after the rumors.
I remember before she threatened or it came out some kind of way, she already had one. And Candy's best friends with Tiny.
Yes, she
We
is.
we can't forget that.
And Tia and Tiny have paid Black China to have threesomes with them. And China was in a long-term relationship with Tyga, and she was good friends with Kourtney Kardashian. And then she met Chloe and Kim through Kourtney. And then they met her man and her child's father, Tyga, who was a rapper, who is a rapper. And he's done songs with Chris Brown. So then subsequently, that's how Tyga met Kylie, was because his woman was friends with her sisters. But then when the shit hit the fan, they tried to play Black China like they were not friends with her and didn't know her. They are some wretched women. But as
Exactly.
soon as somebody sleeps with one of their men that they got from somebody else anyway, then they want to act like they've been done so wrong. Khloe Kardashian is a tramp. Period. 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 She knew that Tristan had a baby on the way when she met him. I don't care about what happens in her relationships or how bad he makes her look or how bad she makes herself look. But I'm just giving the breakdown of how all of these people are intertwined. Then they want to say, I don't know him or I don't know her.
You knew them.
If a chick said that some dude essayed me and I said it's not true, I wouldn't hang out with her. But
But you
Lady
work with
Gaga,
them.
but Lady Gaga is hanging out. If you want, whoever is watching, if you want to come up on the panel, you can. We're only gonna be in here like another hour, maybe two, depends
Yeah, it's
on
an open panel. Come on up. Come on
right.
up and voice your opinions about stuff. But be respectful and don't troll.
Thank you. Also about so tonight's panel is about Kesha. So Kesha, Dr. Luke, and Diddy's connection, and Kesha's allegations that Dr. Luke raped her and kept her drugged up for 10 years. So if you got any information, we would love to hear it. I know my I know my mic is bad. Sometime this week I will receive my new microphone. So do you have something else you want to play or should I play the blink twice or I mean, it's a kind of quiet night. So should I play Blink twice? Should I play the Blink twice and we get on out of here? I mean, we can leave early if we don't really have a big audience tonight, so we
I
can
mean, the
jet.
the Kesha live. You wouldn't let me go into the Katy Perry thing because you're like, we're gonna save that for the next one.
You want to you want to talk about Katy Perry tonight? Fine, then go ahead because I may not have enough material to make a whole stream out of the Katy Perry anyway.
Okay. So the reason why, before I get into the Katy Perry piece, the reason why I have the songwriting partners highlighted, writing a song takes time, and there is beta stages to a song. You can listen to various singers uh demos to their songs until they make the final version. So all these people spent a nice little amount of time with him. That's why I brought it up, because it takes time to write these songs and put all these albums and shit together. So you spent a nice amount of time with this person while
Good
you
point. Hmm.
yes.
Go ahead, I'm listening. Good point.
Why you say that this didn't happen, or you don't even know this person, but you spent a nice amount of time writing and putting this stuff together on notebook and pen or on Word documents, getting this shit together and making demos to the final versions to these songs.
Right. Keep going. I'm with you. I'm following you. I'm following you. So you're saying that Katy Perry is lying?
She could be lying, we have to say allegedly, but it's just find it rather odd, if something like that happened, you would want to get consultation too. You would want to get justice too
For yourself, you're saying.
for yourself.
Right.
But some people think that this is just a natural part of the process.
Or what if, a lot of victims are just ashamed to come forward. They just don't know. It's like a human stain, and it's nothing that they did wrong. The person who violated them should feel like a human stain. But that's not how it goes. So what if Katy Perry, she just wanted to move on and just have what she considered a normal life with, her man Orlando Bloom and, have her
But this
child.
paragraph right here might put her in a bad light.
Okay, read it.
Controversy. Perry's collaboration with Dr. Luke was controversial because of his past legal battle with Kesha, who accused him of drugging and R-ing her in 2014. Perry has defended her decision to work with Dr. Luke, saying that he was one of many collaborators and that she wrote songs from her own experiences.
Okay. So she decided to work with Dr. Luke after the allegations that Kesha made.
Yep, and this is recent too. This was just 2 months ago, September.
And so not to cut you off, but just elaborate on this part that I'm going to say. So also, Kesha alleges that Katy Perry was essayed by Dr. Luke. So not to be, grotesque, but she was warned. She worked with Dr. Luke after Kesha made the allegations.
Exactly.
That's just like the parents that took their children to R. Kelly after the whole 13-year-old, he peed on the 13-year-old and the whole scandal with Aaliyah. Parents came years later, like that Jocelyn Savage. Her parents brought her to Chicago to R. Kelly when she was 16. And
Yep.
none of that had happened. I don't care if this person has not been charged. Allegations are enough for me to keep my child away from you. So
Exactly.
go.
Once that gets out, it's out.
It wasn't serious enough for Katy Perry. She didn't need what was that, Dark Horse and stuff. She didn't need that album that bad from Dr. Luke. She would work with him. Your girl said, "Hey, he drugged me and SA'd me. You don't go work with him. Go ahead, you got it, cheeks. Take it away."
But that's because there's no solidarity. This is a sea. There's no love amongst thieves. This is the sea of thieves, and everyone is here to snatch and grab and make profit and make money. It's Gladiator.
Right.
She wants to come back after having her kids or whatever. She wants to come back and make some more money. And all these people are very egotistical. Very, very egotistical. And she want to put it down because you got people like Chapel Roan. Did I pronounce her name right?
Yes.
You got people like Chapel Roan coming in with her songs and stuff. And so we saw in the substance how that can make older women feel.
But okay, here's another thing that I looked at. Now you brought up the drugs, the ketamine, the GBL, and the what was the GHB and
Mm-hmm.
GHL and GHB. Here's my thing. A lot of these women in Hollywood are now being diagnosed with multiple sclerosis
Yep.
because these drugs have strange and strong side effects. Katy Perry has just recently been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Christina Applegate diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Now you went all the way back to the River Phoenix, the Viper Club, Johnny Depp's Viper Club, way back in the 90s
Yes,
when
because
supposedly River Phoenix passed away from an overdose at the Viper Room.
I have been putting together some pieces. I need to go back and research and watch some fellow YouTubers about this because his family, the Phoenix, are attached to this crazy cult. And this cult had made some, I guess, some low budget, Christian kid shows, Christian puppet shows. The lost media community been wanting to get their hands on this. So I watched a video about a couple of weeks ago. I need to go back and watch everything so I can refresh my information. But this organization that they were in was also attached to that guy back in 05. He went postal on them. He went postal because he grew up in the church, in the cult, and they were abusing him and stuff, even his own parents and stuff. So he went back as an adult and went postal on them and to get revenge. And then he put himself in the recycle bin afterwards. And I did not know that that case was related to Joaquin Phoenix and stuff and River Phoenix.
Okay, right. So I mean, you said there's no um honor amongst thieves. Yeah, I mean, I think that's somewhat true, or solidarity amongst women. But I feel also that it's just the shame of it all. People just want to feel that they're normal, and they don't want it makes them feel weak. It makes them feel vulnerable. They don't want people to know that someone was able to take advantage of them like that. Or they're really talented and they did work hard. And they don't want people to also think that, oh, I slept my way to the top, to the top of Billboard or the top of the MTV Music Awards.
Exactly.
But this drugging is no joke. And this fool Diddy had it in the baby oil. It's no joke. This the ramifications. And then people are running around here saying, oh, it's a money grab on Jay-Z and Diddy. Well, these people deserve money because they're going to have lifelong medical ramifications from this drugging. Because you can't tell me that a healthy young woman such as Katy Perry all of a sudden has multiple sclerosis. And it's just going around Hollywood like wildfire, this particular disease, multiple sclerosis.
Yep. That's because they all been exposed to this type of stuff.
That's why it's hard to be, poor or working class or middle class. And you look at these people and you say, dang, I wish I had $1 billion right now. Dang, I wish I had 1 million. I'll take 500,000. But look at the price of fame. And that's why I titled it for Kesha, The Price of Fame. The cost of fame. I'm not blaming her. I'm not blaming the victim at all. But all of this stuff, it comes at a cost. I would never want to trade places with Blue Ivy.
No.
I would never want to be Jayz and Beyonce's kid and be exposed to this hell that she's a part of. I would never want to be a child that was made in some type of witchy ritual, allegedly. And her name backwards means Satan's daughter. No.
Just the craziness of, I had, I had to burst out and laugh because of just the absurdity of just everything.
I'd rather be poor, go to college like I have, and continue working on my master's degrees and stuff, and PhD. I would rather just thug my way through it than have been born into these cults.
Yep.
So I mean, if you got something else, Cheeks, go ahead.
So I'm gonna read this paragraph and then I'm gonna look up some other stuff.
Okay.
After months of silence, Katy Perry is explaining why she recruited Dr. Luke to help her produce her upcoming album. Keep in mind, this is recent. The 13-time Grammy nominee in July returned to music after her 4-year hiatus, where she spent judging American Idol and raising her young daughter. But her lead single, Woman's World, fell flat after fans discovered Dr. Luke Gottwall had been credited on the purported, what's wrong with me? I can't speak today. The purported feminist anthem. I'm sorry, but how you gonna make a song called Woman's World? I haven't even heard about it. This article isn't lying either because it fell flat. How you gonna make a feminist anthem with the dude that hurt Kesha?
I have no idea.
That is so stupid. How you gonna make a song for women to make women feel good, and you gonna make us you gonna make it with this dude? You gonna make it with Dr. Luke?
I mean, you can't make this type of shit up, right? It's just too ironic.
The irony. Gottwall last year settled a decade-long legal battle with pop star Kesha, who in 2014 accused the producer of drugging her 9 years earlier. Perry was prompted to explain her decision to involve Gottwall in her new project to fans' disappointment during a Wednesday appearance on Alex Cooper's Call Her Daddy podcast. Look, I understand that it started a lot of conversations. He was one of many collaborators and I collabed with. But the reality comes from me, Perry said. The truth is, I wrote these songs from my own experience of my life, going through this metamorphosis. What metamorphosis? What the fuck are you going through? I mean, I know she's ill, but what else?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know what kind of metamorphosis she's talking about with this alleged, graper.
And he was one of the people to help facilitate all of that. All of that. When you went to the ether because he gave you this, is that the metamorphosis? Your conscious went to talk to somebody else?
But look, keep reading. Go down. No, go back, because it said he worked with her on "I Kissed a Girl." That was a long time ago. That was 16 years ago.
Okay. The singer continues saying that her new music is really grounded and feeling so empowered now as a mother, as a woman, blah, blah, blah. Same old bullshit sentiment that they all say. That's where I'm speaking from, she said. And so I created all of this with several different collaborators. People have collaborated from the past, from Teenage Dream era and all of that. Perry previously collaborated with Gottwall on her first #1 single, I Kissed a Girl, as well as others. Hot and Cold, that was my song back in the day. Last Friday Night, California Girls. Gottwall last worked on Perry's 2013 album Prism, but was not credited on Witness 2017 or Smile 2020, both of which arrived following Kesha's groping assault. That sounds bad too. Groping assault
Right. Mm-hmm.
allegations against the producer. Perry was roped into legal proceedings between Kesha and Gottwall when the former alleged that the Never Really Over singer, also the victim of Gottwall's abuse, a claim Perry denied. In 2018, Perry says she felt pressured to support Kesha. You felt pressured? She's a piece of shit. I don't like Katy Perry anymore. You still there? She looked like she had to take a break. The awakening took a break.
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, did you miss this part?
I heard you. I had myself muted.
So
No,
back in
she's a wild
2018,
one. Mm-hmm.
so back in 2018, Katie said that she felt pressured to support Kesha. It wasn't out of endearment or love or care. It's because she felt pressured by the media and by fans to support Kesha. It's not because she actually cared or
So, do you think that Dr. Luke essay Katy Perry the way Kesha claims?
he very well could have.
Why
But
is Perry denying it and saying she felt pressured to support Kesha?
to save her image, because this is dirty and this is why her shit is flopping. To
And
save her.
it seems like she has an attitude about Kesha even alluding to such a thing. Because she says, I felt pressured to support Kesha.
Our culture is just that. It's our culture. That's why it's a culture behind it. It's normalized. It's okay. Unfortunately, Katie and Gaga and all of them feel annoyed by Kesha and all this legal stuff because to them, this is just the normal process of it.
And this is how you get fools like Umar Johnson saying what he's saying about the whole situation. And, these adult women, and how can you sex traffic an adult woman? Easily.
Easily. You can take anybody with that concoction that I showed, that ketamine.
You know what I wish we could review, because it would fit perfectly into this, which is women talking. Because that scene when the women finally decide to leave those abusive men in that little Amish community, And the one woman, her husband, he came home early and they told her, don't go in the house with Oscar. And she had on her little bonnet and her little dress and she went sashaying on up in the house, honey, because her man was back. And in the morning when the other women left, she had a broken arm and a broken rib, and she was getting her ass right on in that wagon. And that's what Katy Perry reminds me of. She wanted the fame and fortune. She knew she woke up undressed, unclothed, but she let it go. Talking about, I'm wide awake. I'm not missing any sleep. Yes, you did. Yes, you did miss some
Yes.
sleep.
And I like that song. And the fucked up part about being a consumer is you still like these songs. Sometimes you might even occasionally play these songs. But knowing what happened with these artists and stuff, it puts a bad taste in your mouth.
Right.
Like it feels funny to go back and listen to the Fugees. It feels funny to go back and listen to a lot of this stuff.
Yes, it does.
Felt pressure to support her. That's fucked up. That's why her shit is failing. She's getting everything she deserved. I
But what about Gaga? So before we finish the stream, do you want to finish it off with Gaga?
don't know if I want to go to Gaga.
You don't want to
Um,
deal with Lady Gaga? Okay.
she also revealed that she felt like Gottwall was using me as a pawn and that she was annoyed with both parties. But you went back to the dude. You went back to him. You didn't go to Kesha. You didn't go feature on a song with her and try to blow her up. You want to blow him up. She just used that to try to soften the blow.
Well, who has more power in the situation, Kesha or Dr. Luke?
Dr. Luke.
So Perry sided with Dr. Luke.
This is why. This is why we can't get rid of this type of stuff. Because it's always some fool in the background supporting the monsters.
Well, like I always say, you can't have racism unless people in that group, the oppressed group, are down with it and help the oppressor. You can't have misogyny unless women are supporting misogyny. There are plenty of women on this planet that support misogyny. There are plenty of women on this planet of all races who, when other women tell them, hey, this, that, and the third happened to me, they're like, no, it didn't. Or they don't care. Well, it happened to my grandmother, my great grandmother, my mother, and it happens to me, and it's gonna happen to my daughter, and that's just how it goes. Like what did Celie tell Sophia? No, tell Harpo. Celie told Harpo, beat her. A woman told a man to beat another woman.
Yep. Man, this stuff is dark. Oh,
So there it is. So that's why Katy Perry didn't support Kesha.
Kesha and Gottwall released a joint statement after settling their slew of suits and countersuits last June. Only God knows what happened that night, Kesha wrote about her alleged R in her portion of the statement. As I've always said, I cannot recount everything that happened. I am looking forward to closing the door on this chapter of my life and beginning a new one. I wish nothing but peace to all parties involved. Okay, so that was already in your video. Let me see. It usually be comments.
Who is that? Isn't that Dr. Luke's statement? Go up. What says Gottwald?
Gottwall added, while I appreciate Kesha again acknowledging that she cannot recount what happened that night in 2005. I am absolutely certain that nothing happened. I've never drugged or assaulted her and would never do that to anyone. For the sake of my family, I have vigorously fought to clear my name for nearly 10 years. It is time for me to put this difficult matter behind me and move on with my life. I wish Kesha well. Aside from Perry, Gottwald has worked with artists Kim Petras, Doja Cat, and Nicki Minaj since Kesha filed her first suit against the producer in 2014.
Here's my thing. Kesha can't remember everything. But so where did she pick you out the hat though? Gottwald. She picked you out the hat. I mean, I understand that when someone has been drugged, memories can become blurry, fuzzy, but it's something there. They usually don't just pick somebody, some random person. It's a smell. It's a shirt that someone had on that may be similar, or pants, or a similar haircut. Um, that yes, they could have confused you with someone else. But these are not instances where these assaults took place and they were left in an alley and someone came to help them. And when they came to, they thought that the person that was trying to help them was the assailant. No, what you were in a intimate atmosphere with Kesha. Is my mic really bad?
No, you sound okay to me.
I
Oh.
probably don't sound okay on the live stream though. But anyway, we'll go back and listen to it on the replay. Gonna be like, oh my gosh, hurry up and get a mic, woman. But you understand what I'm saying, cheeks? Like
Yeah.
she was in an intimate atmosphere with him, and what I mean by intimate is she was in the studio with you, or you were in her home, or she was in your home. And when she woke up, things wasn't how she went to sleep. First of all, she don't remember going to sleep. Why would she just go to sleep? You offered her a soda. You offered her some champagne. You offered her some water. You offered her something to drink or eat. Because we have to remember they put it in the food too. And the next thing she knows, she wakes up in a condition she wasn't in initially. So it's on you, cheeks.
Yep.
You can't have dead air, cheeks.
I know. I know. We only got like two people.
That's okay. The replay is popping.
I'm glad I'm glad that I went through this article and read the Los Angeles Times because here we go. They always want you to pay for some shit.
Mhm. Well, they gotta make
Anyway,
money too.
money shouldn't exist.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
It is evil though. We see what it's doing. Why don't animals have currency? Why don't the ants don't have currency? Why don't the bees have currency? We're the only species that got all this currency.
Some questions I just can't answer.
It gets to be too much. I mean, this whole wicked industry is created because people are trying to collect currency.
Okay, do you have something else?
That's pretty much it.
Okay, Will. Let me.
Unless you want to see the bugs getting shot down.
Yeah.
All right. I never thought that we would see the day where Diddy would get arrested. And I told you guys in that Maria Z interview in 2021 that no one tells on Diddy. P. Diddy. All right. Just the same way nobody tells on Denzel Washington. People don't usually talk and stop and think about the children victims that are going through things right now as we speak, and the ones who suffered through all this bullshit. I decided to stop for a second and do some projects with projects all around, because we just said, you know what? This is our life. It's not changing. We stopped somewhere, and I've been hiding. My mom and I have been hiding. We've had our head down. We've tried to back up. We even tried to tell you everything that we can, and now we have people messaging us, investigators, people that want to talk now, when now it's because it's trending. We're still not on the subject of the kids. All the adults are covering their asses. All the adults are, I left at a certain time, yet you knew children were there. You knew these parties were not okay. They weren't freak-offs. They were satanic ritual orgies. Get it straight. It wasn't just adults in these parties. The adults were responsible for the child sex slaves that were in the party. And one of those children were me.
Ali Carter. Well, Jaguarwright may have made a striking correlation between the movie Blink Twice and Diddy's allegations. Provides a clue early on that holds a deep significance and meaning at the film's climax. Quickly deemed a success, Blink Twice has extremely positive reviews due to its fast pace, impressive concept, important messages about elitism, and sharp script that keeps viewers guessing. Most foreshadowing comes from a tense ambiance, gaps in Frida's memories, and Jess disappearing. Sad state of affairs, and remember to blink twice. This has been The Awakening. Black Women United. I am your host, Sherry Donnie.
This is the wrong
Subscribe,
one.
like, share, comment, and hit the notification bell so you know.
I meant to show the other one on Blink Twice. That's the wrong one.
Like the movie review.
Oh yeah. I gotta okay. It's in the playlist. Here we go. Not baby girl.
Welcome to The Awakening. Black Women United. I am your host.
Here we go.
Welcome to The Awakening. Black Women United. I am your host, Sherry Danny. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video. Today, I am doing a review of the movie Blink Twice. This movie has been mentioned a lot recently due to the revelations about the private life of rap mogul and billionaire Sean P. Diddy Combs and Lucian Grange by people such as Jaguarwright, a Hollywood whistleblower, and Ali Carter, a young woman who claims to be a victim of Combs and was a human party favor at his now infamous white parties. I want us to go over the key events of the movie and see if art is imitating life. Did Zoe Kravitz know about Diddy's private life and want to help expose him through film? Is Diddy the inspiration for billionaire Slater King? Zoe Kravitz's Blink Twice is a must-watch. Zoe Kravitz, the Batman, has created a solid grown-ups-only thriller. Kudos to her in her directorial debut. I like the way Blink Twice begins, or at least it did when I saw it at Cinemark, with a warning that some of its content might be triggering. That is an understatement. It's not easy to tell you a whole lot about the film without giving too much away. Part of the entertainment is guessing just what's going on, even when you think you figured it out. Channing Tatum stars as Slater King, a billionaire who has made his money in the tech industry. He's used to living a life of luxury, and he hosts a gala one night. And trust me, it's not an exaggeration. Frida, Naomi Aki, and Jess, Aaliyah Shawkat, are working as servers at the event, but they want to be part of the evening, so they ditch their uniforms for cocktail dresses in an attempt to mingle with the guests. That's when Frida is involved in an accident that draws the attention of Slater, who invites both women to a vacation on his private island. Almost before they know it, the two are whisked away on a private jet for their vacation getaway. Alcohol and drugs are part of the proceedings, as are delicious dinners and a staff. But something seems to be amiss, and that creepy feeling heightens with odd interactions between the guests and the staff, and the presence of Slater's assistant, who collects all the cell phones upon the guests' arrival. Just the presence of Christian Slater, Kyle MacLachlan, and Haley Joel Osment is a sight to behold, even though they play tertiary characters. This is a pitch-dark story about power, wealth, and entitlement that will entertain audiences who appreciate Saltburn. Now let's go over the characters and see if we can fit some puzzle pieces. Slater's assistant, played by Gina Davis, who collects all the cell phones, is this character, Diddy's Ghislaine Christina Coram, who was described in a music producer's complaint as the Ghislaine Maxwell to Sean Combs' Jeffrey Epstein. Diddy has said he couldn't function without his chief of staff, Christina Coram, who was allegedly so instrumental to his freakoff, an alleged sex trafficking enterprise. She is being called the Ghislaine Maxwell to his Jeffrey Epstein. As Sean Diddy Combs sits behind bars after being denied bail, and the feds pursue their investigation into his alleged trafficking venture, sources told the New York Post that Christina would know everything, as she was more like his manipulator-in-chief. Combs was arrested on Tuesday and indicted on 3 counts of racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution, and sources alleged to the Post that Coram helped him recruit sex workers, some underage, just as Maxwell was convicted of doing for Epstein. From confiscated cell phones to mysterious staff, this film will keep you guessing. And the cast? Christian Slater, Kyle MacLachlan, and Haley Joel Osment make it even more intriguing. Is Christian Slater, Jay-Z, Kyle MacLachlan Usher, and Haley Joel Osment Justin Bieber? In the movie, there is a man who is Slater King's handler who is impressed with the memory-wiping drug that King has developed. I believe this man is Lucian Grange. According to Wright, Diddy was selected to be the demon that he is. Jaguarwright claims Diddy was mentored by Clive Davis and Lucian Grange. Key things that stand out to me in the movie are the fact Slater King and his sister were assaulted as children, and his sister could not forget and heal from the trauma. Similarly, there are now accusations that Diddy's mom may have been a sex worker and made him watch her activities and even participate, giving him trauma that he cannot forget. Slater King takes everyone to a private island like Jeffrey Epstein, whom Combs had affiliations. You could look at Diddy's parties as isolated as his mansions are huge, or let's look at his all-white parties on his yachts. In the movie, Slater King has everyone wear the same clothes and colors, which sound familiar. Not only were the women assaulted, but one of the young male attendees was assaulted. I am having a hard time placing the rest of the real-life women, but I am sure that some of the characters are Kim Porter, Cassie Ventura, Allie Carter, and maybe even Jaguarwright, because the women realize that something is wrong and start to remember pieces of events after Sarah suffers a snake bite. They realize they are being drugged in the alcohol, and only snake venom neutralizes the drugs. To me, this is symbolic because it takes one snake to neutralize another snake. In the end, the women all remember and begin to attack the men. The women get their revenge. Sounds very familiar. I had to do some research on Lucian Grange. Let's delve into who is this sinister-sounding man that Jaguarwright is always speaking of. Sir Lucian Charles Grange CBE, born the 29th of February 1960, is a British record executive who has served as chairman and chief executive officer, CEO, of Universal Music Group since 2010. Beginning as an A&R staffer in the late 1970s, Grange has worked in the music industry his entire career. Billboard magazine named him the most powerful person in the music business on 4 occasions in the 2010 S, and was named the inaugural executive of the decade in 2020. Born Lucian Charles to parents Cecil and Marion Grange, he grew up in a Jewish family in North London. In 2024, Lucian Grange was named in a lawsuit concerning alleged misconduct by others at events hosted by Sean Diddy Combs. Universal Music Group and Grange strongly denied any wrongdoing, describing their involvement in the claims as offensively false. On May 13, 2024, the accuser's attorney requested the claims against UMG and Grange be withdrawn, admitting there was no legal basis for the claims. His older brother was Nigel Grange, the founder of Ensign Records. Grange left Queen Elizabeth's Grammar School for Boys at the age of 18 and began working as a runner at MPC, a talent scout company, in 1978. After contacting several record label bosses, He was offered a job by Maurice Oberstein, chairman of CBS Records, working at publishing company April Music's A&R department. His first signing was the Psychedelic Furs. In 1982, he became the director of RCA Music Publishing. 2 years later, he became an ADO&DR director for MCA Records. He set up Polygram Music Publishing in 1986 and joined Polydor as general manager of AD&R and Business Affairs in 1993. He was promoted to managing director of Polydor in 1997. Universal Music Group Grange became the chairman of the UK division of the Universal Music Group, and then, in 2005, Universal Music Group International. He served in this position until 2010. On the 1st of January 2011, he became CEO of Universal Music Group, and then chairman on the 9th of March 2011, succeeding Doug Morris. Within his first year as chairman and CEO of Universal, the company acquired EMI's recorded music operations. Grange argued that selling to Universal was the only way to improve EMI for the benefit of the entire industry. UMG subsequently attempted revitalizing former EMI labels, including Capitol Records and Virgin Records. 14. Commenting on the EMI acquisition, BuzzFeed commented that Grange will go down as the master architect of what is likely to be the last big deal in the music business. As chairman and chief executive of Universal, Grange has also sought to increase the group's international digital expansion via distribution partnerships with technology companies, including Apple, Spotify, Facebook, Tencent, and YouTube. Grange led the 2017 multi-year global license agreement between UMG and Spotify. Grange led the acquisition of Bravado, then part of Sanctuary, and transformed it into UMG's entertainment merchandising and brand management division, Bravado. The company represents artists including Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, and Kanye West, and has formed partnerships with retailers including Barney's, Bloomingdale's, and Selfridges. Grange also oversaw the expansion of classical labels Deutsche Grammophon and Decca Classics, and agreed on a global strategic partnership with entertainment company Live Nation. In 2017, UMG was worth $22 billion, triple what it was worth when Grange took over at the company. In July 2018, JP Morgan said that UMG could be worth as much as $40 billion, and then increased the valuation to $50 billion in 2019. In 2015, Vivendi announced that Grange had agreed to extend his tenure as UMG's chairman and CEO until at least 2020, stating he was key to its strategy. Under his management, UMG experienced growth in annual revenue, digital recorded music revenue, and EBIT Day. Grange successfully floated UMG into its IPO in 2021. In 1993, Grange's first wife, Samantha Berg, experienced complications while giving birth to their son, Elliot, and fell into a coma from which she never recovered. She died in England in 2007. Elliot Grange is the founder and CEO of the independent record label 10K Projects. In 2002, Grange married his second wife, Caroline. Their daughter, Alice, was born in 2001. Grange is also the stepfather of Caroline's daughter, Betsy, from a previous marriage. In November 2012, Grange and his wife reportedly paid $13 million for a house in Pacific Palisades. They had previously leased a Brentwood home from the owner of Rhino Entertainment. There you have it. Lucian Grange is tied to Clive Davis. Both Grange and Davis are tied to Diddy. They said Diddy had overseas partners, particularly in London, England, where Grange is from. Last I knew, Homeland Security has flown to the UK to interview potential accomplices and victims. Now I know who Grange is and how he allegedly ties into this tragic situation with Diddy. Let's recap the movie Blink Twice and some of Diddy's activities. Remember how the women were drugged through their alcohol the same way Diddy drugged his victims through alcohol. Frida, through her missing memories, starts hitting her, causing her to eventually realize the horrific assault she and the other women faced. When searching for clues about their memory loss, she comes across a Polaroid of herself on the island a year earlier with red rabbits painted on her nails. Remember, Diddy videotaped all his victims, and Cassie said he made her paint her nails white to show against the dark-skinned workers. The white nails symbolize participating in Diddy's underground parties, including his mother wearing the white nails. Jess is bitten by a snake that the island has too many of, which is why they seem to have that strange woman who catches and kills those buggers. Just the day after, Frida's befuddled to find Jess missing. But what's truly weird is the fact that nobody else other than Frida seems to remember Jess. Sarah found a lighter with the name Jess scribbled on it. The other women did not remember Jess being on the island with them, but the yellow lighter is proof she was there. This is why Jaguar has been seen in recent interviews holding a yellow lighter.
Cheeks.
Yes.
Look and see if you can see the stream because I can't see it. Because if they took it down, if they took the stream down, I
Yeah,
can
they
just
took it
stop.
down. They said it's unavailable.
It says unavailable. Okay.
Oh, we must have been talking too much cryptid shit.
I don't know. They say stream unavailable, stream suspended for policy violations. So I'm ending the stream.
Okay.